Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be another movie preview for you guys, this time being for October, which, I can't believe it's October. The year's just moving so quickly, as always, but October is really a fantastic month. There's some really shitty movies coming out, but there is a really good amount of, really promising films as well. And with me here are two guests. One I've had on a lot. He doesn't say a lot, but he's always very entertaining. And one that is actually new. We've been trying to get him for a while, and now here he is. But first, we're going to introduce the one that you guys know and love. Here he is, Adam Haskell.
Hi, it's me, Adam.
Not much else to say there. But anyway, we're going to get to new guests here. You guys know him. He is a big part of the network. He does a lot of movie reviews, and he hates Tyler Perry just as much as we do. Here he is, Nick Canino.
Hello, everybody. I am, of course, Nick Canino. I am a movie reviewer and doing podcasts. I also do podcasts, and I also love music. I also love music and types of shit, and it's just when I'm not busy doing movie reviews and like podcasts, I'm just sitting around like sitting down, just like listening to music and just like what the hell, just enjoy life.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Good. Oh, it's always good to be on. It's good to be on Kevin's podcast. So thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem. At any time. Anyway, we're just gonna get into it right now, which we're changing things up a little bit here because the first movie here. There's one person here that I know is anxiously anticipating this movie. He's been talking about it for months on end, just bugging us all, and finally it is now coming out. So Adam, go right ahead.
All right. That movie is the 7th Child's Play film, Cult of Chucky.
Mika, the murders were real.
Chucky never was.
That's right. He was a fantasy, a delusion.
Are you feeling better now?
I don't blame you for being afraid. I was very ill.
Chucky told me.
Right, yeah. This is the 7th Chucky film in the Chucky franchise, and the earlier Chucky films, like the good ones, when it got to Seed of Chucky, it got really friggin' bad. But yeah, I did see this movie, and I thought it was definitely, I think it's the best one since the original, actually. Like, I thought it was actually really well done. Just all around, like, I really thought it was a really well done movie. So yeah, October 3rd. I just wait for my review and I'll talk more about it.
I am definitely a big Chucky fan. I reviewed all the films leading up to Curse of Chucky when that came out. They're terrible. Don't watch them. Adam and I watched them back. They're cringy as hell. I'm actually going to be doing collab reviews on all the other films just so I can, wash the taste of those reviews out of you guys and my mouth as well. But this movie, I'm definitely very much looking forward to. It really does seem like they're pulling out all the stops here. I mean, the fact they got Alex Vincent back is just amazing. The fact that after all these years, he's finally coming back and Andy's going to, enact his revenge on Chucky. I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, they got Jennifer Tilly back as well. Fiona Dourif was fantastic in the last one, and she's here as well. Really, it just seems like they have all the ingredients to really make a fantastic Chucky film. And if it really is as good as the trailer thinks, I think this could be the best sequel. I really do. I think this Curse of Chucky was probably my favorite in the franchise. That might change when I rewatch them, but the last time I saw him, Curse was actually my favorite. So I don't know if this is going to be better than Curse, but I definitely think this has a lot of potential. I'm very much looking forward to this. How this isn't a theatrical movie is beyond me. The fact that this is direct-to-DVD and Seed of Chucky was theatrical, I'll never really understand, honestly. But I'm definitely very excited for this one. I think it's going to be a really good film. And yeah, but for the first time on my channel, Nick Canino, what do you have to say about Cult of Chucky?
I'm not going to be watching Cult of Chucky because of the fact that it's not getting a theatrical release, but I will watch it sometime when I get some free time, and I'm definitely really interested in seeing this. So that's all I need to say.
So Cult of Chucky, if you are looking forward to it, it actually comes out this Tuesday on October 3rd. Definitely very much looking forward to it. Like I said, Adam and I will be doing collab reviews of all the Chucky films starting probably tonight or tomorrow. We're going to try to start them as soon as possible. But now we're going to get into the real films. I just want to talk about Cult of Chucky because I know Adam was really looking forward to it, and I wanted to talk about it as well. But we're going to get into the real theatrical releases here. We start off really strong here with a film that I am anxiously anticipating, as I think all of us are, and that, of course, is Blade Runner 2049.
Every leap of civilization was built off the back of slaves. Replicants are the future, but I can only make so many. I had the luck, and he has the key.
Blade Runner 2049, guys. I've seen the first Blade Runner before, and to be honest with you, I didn't really understand it. I was just really dumb, honestly. I didn't really understand what was going on in it, and I don't think I appreciated it enough. I really think, the first time I watched it, I didn't appreciate it enough, so I do plan on actually rewatching it before this one comes out, just because of the fact that, like I said, I don't really have the best memory of Blade Runner. I didn't really understand it at all, so I definitely want to rewatch it. I heard you don't need to with this movie, but I did hear that it helps if you've seen it. It just helps if you've, it enhances the experience here. But this film really just looks spectacular. There's so many things I'm looking forward to here. I mean, Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford already look like they have fantastic chemistry. Then adding Jared Leto in there as the villain, I think this is really going to make up for his lack of screen time as the Joker for sure. I think what we wanted from there, he's definitely going to give. And not comparing him to the Joker, but I'm saying like as a villain, I think he's really going to deliver here. Just a really great cast overall. So many amazing, talented actors in there. And then to top it all off, we have Denis Villeneuve directing, who is easily one of the best directors working today. I mean, Arrival, Sicario, Prisoners, Enemy. This guy just never stops. He's made amazing movie after amazing movie. And I think Blade Runner has the potential to possibly be his best. I know everyone loved Arrival, but I think this very well could be his best. I think this is the film that's really, I mean, yes, Arrival did, but Arrival didn't really win anything at the Oscars, and people are already saying that this has Oscar potential. I'm just really excited for this movie. I know it's really long, but I think, Blade Runner as well, I've heard is a movie that is very deliberately paced, and I think this one's going to be as well. I am so excited to see how Blade Runner 2049 turns out. It is without a doubt my most anticipated movie of the month for sure. It's definitely the most anticipated movies the rest of the year, and I am anxiously been waiting for it. I'm so happy that we're finally getting it this Thursday for sure. I am so excited for it. But Adam, what do you want to say?
All right, I've never seen the first Blade Runner. I still got to get to that, so I'm just putting that out there. So yeah, but yeah, this one does look really good. Like Kevin said, the cast, you get Harrison Ford in there, Ryan Gosling, Robin Wright, Dave Bautista. It's just a really great cast all around. Mm-hmm. And then you do the director, hit and miss director. I'm going to be honest, for me at least. But, yeah, I think this could be one of his better films, if not his best film, honestly. The runtime doesn't really bother me. I've seen plenty of long movies, so, yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think this could be definitely one of the better films of October, so, yeah.
Of course, you guys know me with this film. It's my most anticipated film of October, not just because of what Kevin said, by Denis Villeneuve, who directed some of my favorite films that he's done, like Prisoners, Sicario, and Arrival, which I loved all three of those films. And the fact that Harrison Ford is in this, and the fact that Ryan Gosling is in this, and the fact that Jared Leto is playing a villain, hell yes. Mm-hmm. And I'm with Adam on this one. The running time doesn't usually bother me that much. I mean, I have seen some long films that like Braveheart, Schindler's List, and Wolf of Wall Street. They're long movies, but they're all great movies, in my opinion. And so I'm just excited to see it. And again, my most anticipated film of October. That's all I need to say. I mean, it's Denis Villeneuve directing a sequel to Blade Runner. And if you're wondering, yes, I love the first Blade Runner movie. If you saw the top 5 Ridley Scott films that I was in with Diego, Jackson, and Andrew. I had Blade Runner as like one of my top 5 favorite Ridley Scott films on there. So yes, I did love the first Blade Runner movie. It's like I said, it's a very slow move. It's a very slow film, but it is one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time. So I need to say, Denis Villeneuve, bring on this movie, man. I can't wait.
So Blade Runner 2049, if you guys are looking forward to, which I imagine it probably is going to be the biggest movie of October for sure. I think it's definitely going to dominate all the box offices and all this amazing stuff. But if you guys are looking forward to it, it does come out this Friday, October 6th. Well, I think it's this Friday. I actually don't know. As usual, I don't know when I'm actually going to get the finished portion of this video up, but it does come out this Friday, October 6th. Very excited for it, and I think it definitely is going to be. I think it definitely is going to deliver in the way that we hope it would. But now, for the first time on my channel, Nick is actually going to introduce the next movie.
Our next movie that comes out along with Blade Runner 2049 is a film starring Idris Elba and Kate Winslet, and it's called The Mountain Between Us.
Alex, can you look at me? You really hurt your leg. Your phone's smashed. My phone has no signal, and we're pretty high up on the mountain. If we stay here, we're safe. If we leave, search and rescue, they're less likely to find us.
Look, I don't want to die up here because you're too scared to take a risk.
Someone's looking for us.
The pilot didn't file a flight plan. Nobody knows where we are. We're all we've got, me and you.
Now, The Mountain Between Us, it's based on trying to remember. Okay, there we go. It's based on the novel of the same name, and it stars, and as I said, it stars Idris Elba and an actor I really love, and Kate Winslet, an actress I really adore so much. And this is the story of a surgeon and a journalist who respectively survive a plane crash and are stranded in high Untas.
Something like that.
Again, my apologies for the mispronunciation. It's just hard for me to pronounce it. But anyway, that wilderness with injuries and harsh weather conditions. This was shown at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 9th, where it got some pretty good reviews. And I'm not usually a fan of those like disaster movies because, like the film we're going to be talking about later on our list, it's just, well, I'll explain why I'm not a fan of disaster movies later on. But look at the trailer for The Mountain Between Us. It looks like a really good film. And again, I love Idris Elba and Kate Winslet, and this looks like a really good survival story too. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing this one. I'm going to be seeing it before Blade Runner 2049. So yeah, really curious about this one.
Well, for me, with The Mountain Between Us, I'm definitely looking forward to this film for a while now, just because you put the names Idris Elba and Kate Winslet in front of it. Oh yeah, I'm definitely down. And what I really love about this movie is that basically this entire movie is relying on their acting. To my knowledge, there are a couple other actors in here, but for the most of the movie, they're going to be like the only actors in here, and they both look like they're giving amazing performances. Their chemistry definitely does look spot on from the trailer. The story isn't the most original. We've definitely heard this story before, but I think this is a film that really is going to be elevated by the performances. I think if Idris Elba and Kate Winslet weren't in this movie, I don't think we'd be looking forward to it as much, but because they're in it and, you know, such powerhouse actors and just mastercraft in terms of acting, I think definitely they are going to, like I said, really enhance the quality of this film. And I'm really looking forward to this for many reasons. I think, like I said, the story doesn't look that original, but it still does look really interesting. I don't love the trailer because they kind of imply that Kate Winslet's going to die, and I really hope that's not the case because it looks like they spoiled that in the trailer. But we'll have to see how that really does turn out. But other than that, I'm just really looking forward to The Mountain Between Us. I really do hope that this is a really good movie. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time now, and I really hope it does deliver. So that's really all I have to say about The Mountain Between Us. But now I'm going to turn it over to Adam here.
Yeah, I think this looks really interesting. First off, I want to say the cinematography looks gorgeous. Like, this looks like some of the best cinematography of the year, honestly. It just looks amazing. And the cast, Kate Winslet and Idris Elba, they look amazing in this movie, and it looks very interesting. Like Kevin said, it doesn't seem like the most original story, but it does look good. I'll say that. It looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to it.
Guys, so The Mountain Between Us, if you are looking forward to it, does come out on October 6th, along with Blade Runner 2049. Also coming out October 6th. Adam, I hate to do this to you, but for every advantage, ladies and gentlemen, there is a disadvantage. And unfortunately, Adam here has been bit by the Tony bug. If you remember, last October, Tony got stuck with this where he had to introduce most of the potentially shitty movies on the list. And now Adam has to do that. And starting off with this movie.
My Little Pony, the movie.
I'm Princess Twilight Sparkle, and this is my home, Equestria. A land filled with magic, music, whoa, and most importantly, friendship. Life is perfect. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, now I did see the trailer for this movie. I'm not really a brony, so but it just, I don't know, it just looks bad to me. Just the animation, like it's cool that we're getting a 2D animated film, but at the same time, the animation does look kind of off, like compared to the cartoon. It doesn't really look.
I think Tony said it's like flash animation.
Yeah, something about it. There's a lot of voice actors in this movie, and I don't know. It doesn't look like my cup of tea, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan, but some people are. I'm just not. I'm not really looking forward to it. So yeah.
Like Adam said, full disclosure, I am not a brony either. I have literally zero interest in My Little Pony at all. I'm like the last person to watch something like that. However, I did kind of keep an open mind with this trailer, and it really doesn't look that great. I mean, it looks like if you're a fan, you might enjoy this. Like, you might enjoy My Little Pony. However, we do know someone who's a fan, that, of course, being 22 Tiger Dude, and he even said that he doesn't even think this looks that great. And I just think this looks just really, really kiddie. Like, it's appealing to just kids and no one else. It's very LCD type humor, not emoji movie type LCD, but it still is very LCD in that way.
Get started on that.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I agree with you and wholeheartedly. But the animation as well doesn't even really look that great. I know Flash animation is like a very common style right now, and I honestly don't know why. It just looks really lazy, and it's not appealing. It looks kind of ugly, honestly, and I'm not really a fan of Flash animation at all. I don't think really anyone is. The cast here's okay, and I know it's a musical, and I always support musicals, but I don't know. I've had no prior experience with My Little Pony at all, so I am not really the right person to discuss this. So if you guys are looking forward to it, again, I don't have any knowledge of My Little Pony except for what I've heard. I haven't seen a single episode. I don't plan on ever doing that. I don't really have any interest in it whatsoever. We'll check out this movie because I try to see as many movies as I can, but I just don't really have a ton to say. I think this just looks really shitty, honestly. If you're a fan, then good for you, but I'm just really not at all. But yeah.
If I were to be completely honest, I don't think it looks as bad as many of you guys have been saying. Though it does look really mediocre. I like the animation. I like what they're doing with the animation and stuff, and I like the fact that they're going for the voice actors from the show. And I am a brony myself. I have seen some of the episodes of My Little Pony, and I actually like those episodes. So I still have to see the rest of the show. But hey, I'm just getting started. So. But yeah, if I'm gonna be completely honest, like I said, I don't think it looks as bad as anybody else has been saying. But that being said, it does look pretty mediocre. Like the trailers are just like, really? That's how you're gonna advertise it? Like I said, the animation does look really good, although a bit odd, I will admit that. But it's good to see 2D animation back at least. So at least there's that. and I do like the voice actors they're going for. But other than that, like I said, there are way, way worse movies coming out in October that I'm just not looking forward to. So of all the movies that are coming out in October that look pretty bad, this is probably, like, in my opinion, the least bad. But that does not say much. It just looks mediocre. That's all I need to say. I'm still giving it a chance though. Like, I'm seeing it Thursday night, so I'm still giving it a chance.
All right, guys. So my little point of the movie, if you are looking forward to it, does come out October 6th, a long mountain between us and Blade Runner 2049. Now we get into a movie that I knew literally nothing about, but Adam here showed me the trailer, and yeah, we definitely have a lot to say about this one, and that is a film called Better Watch Out.
What was that?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Get away from the window.
There's someone there.
Ashley! Are you hiding? I'll find you.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
So, like I said with this movie, I had no idea what the hell this was, but Adam messages us in the group being me, Tony, Caden, you know, all the regulars, things like that, that, yo, you gotta watch this trailer, it's amazing, and this just looks insane, it really does. I mean, the whole concept of this movie is just ridiculous. You know, you got this girl, she's babysitting, like, this one child, and she has to, like, defend herself when, like, there's, like, a killer Santa or whatever. It just looks really fun, honestly. It looks like a movie that really isn't taking itself too seriously. I'm hearing, like, honestly really great things about this movie. I'm really surprised because the trailer looked like it was going to be like a so bad it's good kind of movie, but I'm actually hearing really good things about this. So I'm definitely interested, definitely. I mean, it already kind of piqued my interest with what the concept was, but it's getting surprisingly really good reviews, and I'm very interested in seeing how this really does turn out. So yeah, I'm definitely on board. Better watch out. I don't really know what to expect, but I suppose that's a good thing. I'm kind of just going in really open-minded and hoping for a really fun time. So better watch out. Again, I don't know why this is coming out in October. We talk about this every single year. I don't know why these Christmas movies come out in October. Christmas is in December. You put it in December. I don't know why it comes out in October, but regardless, it is coming out then, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And now, like I said, we're going to turn over to the person who did, in fact, get me to watch this trailer.
Okay, I was on Facebook. I just see this trailer was uploaded called Better Watch Out, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I click on it, and it looks freaking terrible. But in a good way. It looks like a so bad it's good type movie. Like Kevin said, it looks so out there and just what the hell, but it looks kind of fun. Like, I was just laughing at the trailer because of its stupidity. I'm surprised. I'm surprised when I went on Rotten Tomatoes to see that this right now currently is holding at 92%.
Yeah.
Now, when I saw that, I was shocked. Like, I couldn't believe it. I thought this was maybe like a so bad it's good type thing. I'm hearing this is a genuinely great movie, so now I'm very interested about this. But we'll see what this is like. Wow.
Now, before we aired on this stream, I never even heard about this movie, to be honest, and I did see the trailer for it, and I'm like, what? I mean, that was literally my reaction. I mean, I get it. I get it. And I don't mind some movies that are, like, so bad that they're good. Like, if you want a movie that's so bad it's just good territory, watch The Room.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite so bad it's movie. That's a genuine masterpiece. It's a terrible movie, but it's, like, the best comedy you'll ever see. Like, definitely, if you haven't seen The Room, absolutely watch The Room. It's amazing.
It's also my favorite, too, Kevin.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, like with Call Chucky, now that I heard of this movie, I'm not gonna be like watching it because like I said, I'm trying to see like almost every movie as I can, and by the time that comes out, I'll be seeing films like as I said, Blade Runner 2049, The Man Between Us, My Little Pony, and then Victoria and Abdul, and then that's it. So, but I will watch it when I get some free time. So, yeah, that's all I need to say.
All right, so better watch out, guys, if you are looking forward to it. It does come out on October 6th. Don't know what to expect, but like I said, that makes me that much more intrigued. But now we have a film that I am very much looking forward to. It looks like one of the best films on this list, and Nick here is going to introduce it.
This is called The Florida Project.
The man who lives in here gets arrested a lot. These are the rooms we're not supposed to go in. But let's go anyway. Could you give us some change, please? The doctor said we have asthma and we gotta eat ice cream right away. Here you go.
Yes, I heard about this movie. I saw it at one of my showings of Good Time. And at first, I was kind of skeptical of this one, but now that I think about it, and now I think that this has this actor, I'm like, I really want to see it. This is set during the summer, where we follow a precious 6-year-old girl named Mooney, who lives with her mother Haley in a community of extended stay motel guests in Pastel Street, Kissimmee, Florida. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Now I know A24 has been like a controversial like studio. Like there are some films that I really love, like Ex Machina, The Witch, and
Ghost Story.
I know, A Ghost Story, and then Room, Moonlight, my second favorite movie of last year. But then there are some films that I just found really pretentious, like that A24 has put out like Spring Breakers, one of the worst movies I saw from 2013, and then American Honey, which was my most overrated film in 2016. I hated that film. It was so pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
But looking by the trailer for The Florida Project, I'm definitely excited to see this one. I'm going to be taking one of my friends who goes to school with me, who I met with in school. He's also very excited for this film, and I'm going to take him to see that film when it plays in our area. So, yeah, definitely one of my most anticipated films for this month. So, I'm really interested. So, that's all I need to say.
Guys, so The Florida Project, I've been looking forward to this movie for a very long time now. I've heard a lot of things about it, and I saw the trailer when I saw Brigsby Bear, and I've definitely seen enough. I mean, I don't need to see really anything else. What I love about this movie is it's really focusing on childhood, and most of our main characters here are in fact children. And it's putting you in the mind of, when times were easier, when times were simpler, when the most important things in your life are just going on adventure with your friends and having a good time. There's really nothing like those carefree days when you're a kid, and there's that innocence in you. And that's something that looks like this movie is really embracing. That's something I definitely can get behind. The main actress here, I don't know who she is, but she looks like she's giving an amazing performance. I equate it to Jacob Tremblay in Room. I think this is definitely going to be very similar to that. I'm very excited to see how she is in this movie because she really does look fantastic. All the kids in general look like they have really great chemistry, and I'm just really looking forward to this movie. I think this looks like a lot of fun, but it also looks very insightful, and it just looks like the right kind of movie from A24. I know this was, I believe, the front runner at TIFF, and that's usually a very good sign. I believe Moonlight was the front runner last year, so considering what the following that Moonlight had, that definitely bodes very well for the Florida Project. So I think there's a very good chance that this movie could be very successful. I'm very excited to see how this does turn out, and Florida Project, definitely very much looking forward to this.
So yeah, now A24, they're a hit and miss studio for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they've had a lot of gems. They've had a lot of movies I just thought were okay. They've had some movies that I flat out hated. But this one looks like it could be one of the better ones, honestly. Like, this really does look like it could be a very special movie. And I'm actually one of those people that usually likes movies about like childhood and like growing up and stuff. I usually like these. Like I loved Boyhood. I loved Moonlight. I'm usually a sucker for those type of movies, and this definitely looks like it does look like a very special movie to me, and I'm really interested in seeing it. The cinematography looks great, and William Dafoe looks incredible in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. I think this has potential to be a very good movie.
All right, guys, so the Florida Project, you are looking forward to. It does come out on October 6th, along with all the other movies that we've talked about, minus Cult of Chucky, that comes out October 3rd. Very excited to see how this movie turns out. Next movie, guys. This is a very special movie. This movie had a trailer. It was released in 2014.
God, this film.
Finally, it's coming out for free on Google Play. And once again, I hate to do this to you, Adam, but go ahead.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That film is Amityville: The Awakening.
Sorry. I just wanted to talk to James.
Want to give him a kiss?
Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay, I've only ever seen one Amityville movie ever. I forget which one it was. It was like a long time ago, and I didn't really like it, honestly. I just thought it was like really slow and boring. This looks terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Like the acting looks like complete shit. Like Bella Thorne, I'm sorry, I don't think she's a good actress. Like,
except for the Duff, that was it.
A lot of the things I've seen her in, I've just like, especially in the film that came out earlier this year called "You Get Me." Yeah, then after that, I really hope she's better in this if she was in that movie. And you got Kurtwood Smith in here. I don't know. He looks like pretty bad in this one. And just looks terrible. And this movie was supposed to come out in like 2015, and the trailer came out in 2014, and it's like it keeps getting delayed over and over again. So who knows? We don't even know. This might not even come out on October 12th. It probably could just get delayed again. But yeah, this just looks terrible. This is easily one of my least favorite movies.
Nice. So, Amityville: The Awakening. This is a film that I have avoided talking about because I didn't think it was coming out in January, and then it wasn't. It was supposed to come out in June. I didn't talk about because I didn't think it was coming out, and now apparently it's coming out on Google Play. I mean, you can pre-order it. Who knows if they're actually going to stick to it? But yeah, I mean, just the fact this movie has gotten delayed so much, that should tell you something. I mean, the fact that we're at a point where this movie has not only been released in some countries, but Bella Thorne was nominated for a fucking Teen Choice Award and the movie didn't even come out. It's just astonishing to me, honestly. I find it.
What?
Yeah, she was not. Yeah, I'm not joking. She was nominated for a Teen Choice Award for Best Actress, and this movie didn't even come out. It's hilarious. I know. I don't know how it happened either, but yeah, like Adam said, especially after You Get Me, I'm really not motivated for this at all. Bella Thorne, I think, can be good. I really liked her in The Duff, but other than that, I really have not liked her in too many things. I think if you give her the right role, she can be really good, but she's just not good in these like horror type films, especially You Get Me. She was dreadful in that movie, and she looks even worse in here, honestly. She just looks like she has no emotion whatsoever here. And the cast here, I mean, this is a good cast, like Cameron Monaghan, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Kurtwood Smith, as you said. I mean, these actors are way too good for this film, and I don't blame them for delaying this movie. These actors are probably ashamed that they did this. They probably are trying to avoid this like the plague from coming out, but now it is finally coming out for free, which again is just really pathetic. I don't know what's going on with Relativity Media and them delaying movies. Before I Wake maybe will come out at some point. I know, again, 22 Tigers is very disappointed about that one. But Amityville: The Awakening in general, I don't even know what is there to say about this movie. I just find it really funny that this movie's gotten delayed so much. I find it even funnier that Bella Thorne was nominated for an award. But yeah, this looks like utter shit. This is definitely on my least anticipated films of the year for sure. If it comes out this year, I mean, for all we know, it could get pushed to like 2019 or something. But if it does come out, then definitely it is on that list. And yeah.
Hey, this film has gotten delayed so many times. Just so many fucking times that I just cannot stand it. I'm just like, should I even bother with this film? Should I even bother with this film? And I've never been a fan of Bella Thorne. I don't think she's a really good actress. And I hated the Duff. I'm sorry, Kevin, but I hated the Duff, and she was one of the worst things about it. And she was in Boo and Medea Halloween, which, Jesus Christ.
Fucking terrible in that.
Christ. She was horrible in that film. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Bella Thorne.
It wasn't even the worst thing about that movie. Like, that's how bad that movie was. Bella Thorne wasn't even the worst thing.
Like, even, like, there's some films, like that she's in that I even consider to be fun. Like, I actually had fun with Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And even her in that movie, I thought she was bad. So, like, yeah.
Did we lose Nick?
I think he froze.
You hear me?
Yeah, now
yeah. Yeah, you like froze, and when you were talking, you sound like a robot.
I don't know what happened.
My internet was an ass.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about Amityville, The Awakening, and as I said, I did like her in Alexander, a terrible, horrible film, but other than that, I'm just not a big Bella Thorne fan. It's just one actress that I just to be honest.
Yep.
And you know, I'm just not even gonna bother with Amityville: The Awakening, because what's the point of even me reviewing that if it's going to, like, on some straight streaming devices, and it's not even going to get that wide of a theatrical release? And plus, what's the point of me reviewing it if it got delayed so many fucking times? Yeah, that's why I'm not going to see it. So, moving on.
Amityville: The Awakening, if you guys want to watch it, it's going to be free on Google Play on October 12th. It even comes out. Again, we don't know if it's actually coming out, but if it does, finally, we talked about it. I wish we didn't, but now we go from a shitty horror movie to an even shittier horror movie. Who knew? We're going to go to a shittier horror movie, but Adam, thank God, is not introducing it. Unfortunately, I have the misfortune of introducing it, and that is a film that I can't believe is even a horror film, and that is a little film called Happy Deathday.
Look, I know this isn't going to make any sense.
Stop global warming?
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You sneaky little biatch. Happy birthday.
I've already lived through this day. Somebody's going to kill me tonight.
So you can hear now.
Is everything okay?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh my God, this movie.
Oh, God.
I'll give this movie this. I'll give the movie this. It's a film that I've definitely seen worse horror films for sure, and I'll explain why in a little bit. This definitely does look like utter shit. It absolutely does. The acting just looks terrible. But honestly, it's one of those movies where every time I see the trailer, I can't help but laugh. Not because of anything that's supposed to be funny, but because I'm laughing at the fact that this is actually a serious horror movie. Because when watching the trailer, what I'm getting is a comedy. I'm not getting a horror movie. There's nothing scary in this trailer. This is a comedy. There's nothing about this that says horror to me. How is this a horror movie? I don't get it. I honestly don't get how this is a serious horror film. If this was a comedy, I think it could actually be pretty good. They could make fun of the tropes in horror pretty good, but that's not the case. It is a very serious horror film for whatever reason, and I think that really is what's bringing this film down for me. It looks really dumb, but like I said, it's a movie I think I could find myself having fun with for sure. There are so many laughable parts in the trailer. Not a single time. I've seen that trailer so many times in theaters, and not a single time has anyone gotten scared. People have laughed their ass off, but no one has ever screamed. No one has even shrieked. Nothing. So it's failing as a horror movie. I think it might do well as an unintentionally funny comedy, but other than that, this just looks like complete garbage. And it sucks, too, because I really have been loving what we've been getting from Blumhouse lately. I think they've been making some really amazing movies, Get Out, Sinister, just some really great stuff. And the fact that they go to this is just really disappointing. And then the trope, of course, of just living the same day over and over again. How many movies are we going to see this year that has that trope? Before I Fall, in my opinion, is the only one that actually got that right. I actually really liked Before I Fall. I think they handled it very well in that film. Naked, it felt like it was just a really dumb plot device. And here, this honestly looks like the worst of the bunch. Again, I think it could be a very stupid and fun movie, but the fact that taking this seriously is just laughable. It really is. The whole plot, as a whole is laughable. It already has a giant plot hole. The fact that we know she's not going to die, it's really dumb. The whole plot hole, they're just plot holes galore in the trailer. Just in general, I really am dreading this movie, honestly. I'm dreading it, but at the same time, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I want to laugh and have a good time with it. But I'm dreading in the sense that it also looks like utter shit. So it's a movie that looks like utter shit, but it's also a movie I hope that I have a good time with. So that's really all I have to say.
Oh, okay. Okay. When I went to go see it, they played the trailer for this movie before that. It doesn't even look like a horror movie. It just looks like a comedy. Like, and that song they play in the trailer.
Oh.
It's so annoying. It looks so dumb, just generic. The acting looks terrible. It looks like it could be one of the worst movies of the year. It looks atrocious. Like, just all around borderline shit. Like, this looks terrible. I'm dreading this movie. Just no. Just no.
Oh, God. My Little Pony, but at least the people behind it are at least trying to do something different, unlike these people who's behind Happy Death Day. Yeah, same thing with Adam. When I went and saw it, which is one of my favorite movies of the year so far, they played the trailer for Happy Death Day, and also the title, Happy Death Day. What kind of title is that? And Kevin described this movie perfectly, like it's supposed to be like another Groundhog Day. How many times have we seen movies that involve like going the same day over and over and over and over again? Like Groundhog Day comedy. That's because we haven't seen stuff like that before. That it's just they repeat the same concept over and over and over again. I'm just like you ass hats. You, God, and knowing that this is by Blumhouse, the same guys that did my third favorite movie of 2014, Whiplash, and then my most surprising film of 2015, The Gift, and then one of my favorite movies of this year, Get Out. Knowing that it's by the guys that did some really good movies, but then have a ton of some turds as well. Another turd for Blumhouse, and it looks like definitely looks like one of the worst movies of the year, and just that song in the very beginning, Jesus Christ. It's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. Like, will you shut up with that song? God. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but It's my second least anticipated film of October because my number one. Oh boy, I have a lot. Yeah, we'll get to that later. But let's just say I have a lot to talk about when we get to that. So we'll get to that as soon as possible. But right now we're still talking about the films coming out on October 13th. So Kevin, moving on.
All right. If you guys looking forward to Happy Death Day, I don't know who is, but it's coming out October 13th. You guys looking forward to it. But now we're going to turn the floor back to Nick because he's going to introduce a different movie in October that actually does look somewhat good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the one starring Jackie Chan called the Foreigner.
£20,000 for the names of the bombers. That's not how we do things here.
Hello? Mr. Hennessy, he's here again. That's 5 days in a row now. What does he want?
His daughter was killed in the bombing.
Mr. Hennessy, please find out the names of the bombers.
I work for the government, not terrorists. You used to work for them. I don't know who the bombers are.
I don't believe in you.
So the Foreigner, it's okay. It looks promising. Don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those films where I'm just like, it looks all right. But anyway, it stars Jackie Chan and he plays Quan, and he's a humble London businessman whose long buried erupts in a revenge-fueled vendetta when his teenage daughter dies in a senseless act of politically motivated terrorism. And his relentless search to find the terrorists leads to a cat and mouse conflict with a British government official Hennessy, played by Pierce Brosnan, and whose own past may hold the clues to the identities of the elusive killers. So not only does this movie star Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan, but this is directed by Martin Campbell, who directed some really good movies like GoldenEye. I think it's a really underrated Pierce Brosnan James Bond film, in my opinion. And then he directed The Mask of Zorro, another film I found pretty underrated. And then he did one of the best Bond movie I've seen, Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm.
But then he did this film, Green Lantern. Green Lantern. There's not much I can say about it because everybody said what they said about Green Lantern. So hopefully The Foreigner, maybe it'll surprise me. I always like it when movies surprise me. So maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. Who knows? I'm just sort of mixed on this one, but I am going with an open mind. So on this one, so that's all I need to say.
All right, so The Foreigner, guys, just like Nick said, I'm not like absolutely hyped out of my mind for this movie, but I do think it has potential, especially more than Happy Death Day. That is for sure. I think there's definitely some good stuff in here. You know, Jackie Chan, it's always fun to see him kick some ass. I mean, I always do enjoy watching that. Pierce Brosnan as a villain, I think is going to be fun to watch. But just in general, it looks like a mediocre action film to me. It doesn't look like anything that extraordinary. I've seen this concept done a million times. I mean, Taken kind of set the tone for it. And ever since then, there's been this sort of like revitalized of middle-aged men, you know, doing these action films. And that's kind of what we're getting here with The Foreigner. Just in general, not really much to say with this one. I mean, I love the song in the trailer. I actually really do like the song that's in there. I think that's a good song, but I think it looks okay. You know, it could be a fun movie, but just don't really have too much to say about it. But like, over Happy Death Day, I'll take it. I will take a mediocre action movie over something like Happy Death Day or another movie we're going to talk about in a little bit any day. So, yeah, that's really what I have to say.
I think this film just looks okay, honestly. The Jackie Chan movies lately. Now I haven't seen the Lego Ninjago movie yet, but I will soon. But a lot of Jackie Chan movies, I'm not really a big fan of. If I'm being honest with you guys. This one just looks okay to me. I'm hoping it'll surprise me. It doesn't look like anything that special to me. I don't really have a whole ton to say about this. So yeah.
All right, so The Foreigner, if you guys are looking forward to it, does come out on October 13th. Like we said, not really a ton to say about this one. But now we're going to turn to Adam, who finally does not have a shitty movie to introduce. This actually does look like a genuinely good movie.
That is Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
Mummy says you're writing a book to stop people going to war. I think your book is a jolly good idea.
You're the only one that does.
I'd really like if you wrote a book for me. I'd definitely read it.
Shall we go for a walk?
Aren't you working?
It doesn't seem likely.
Could you think of a good name for a donkey?
Eeyore. They'll be gone in a minute.
Bees are good, aren't they? They just want to make honey.
Yes, I completely forgot about bees.
Life is full of frightful things. The great thing is to find something to be happy about.
I think I've got something for us.
This, there's a lot of people in this movie that I do like. A lot of actors and actresses that I do like in this movie, and it definitely looks really good to me. I am really looking forward to this. Like the cinematography in the trailer is so good, and I'm hearing this movie is actually pretty good from like early buzz. I'm hearing it's pretty good, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out, and looks interesting. I'm looking forward to this.
All right, guys. So goodbye, Christopher Robin. This is a movie I've been looking forward to for quite a long time now. I've heard a lot of things about it, and this really looks fantastic. It really does. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Finding Neverland a little bit, you know, where we see sort of like the interworkings of how Peter Pan really came to be. That's definitely what this movie very much seems like. And there's so many things I love about the trailer. Just the way that you see him formulate the story. And in the trailer, you know, when he's talking about what he's going to name, what he's going to name the donkey, what he's going to name the rabbit. I mean, all that stuff. And these are all the characters we know and love. I think pretty much all of us, you know, at least grew up with Winnie the Pooh. I definitely watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh in my day, and I am definitely looking forward to this. I think this looks like a really great movie. Domhnall Gleeson pretty much looks like he's perfectly casted here. Margot Robbie as well looks fantastic. I don't know who's playing his son, but he looks really good for sure. I'm definitely interested in seeing how this does turn out. Like I said, I think this could be something like, say, a Saving Mr. Banks or Finding Neverland. I love both of those movies. Saving Mr. Banks, I think, is a masterpiece. Finding Neverland, I think, is a near masterpiece. And I think Goodbye, Christopher Robin could really fit in there very well. So I am definitely very excited for this one.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. I saw and when I went and saw Battle of the Sexes last night, which is one of my favorite movies of this year, they played the trailer for that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And of course, like Kevin, I love Winnie the Pooh so much. I watched Winnie the Pooh when I was just a little, like I would say like ranging around like toddler age. So yeah, but I love Winnie the Pooh, and this looks like a really good film, and like what Kevin said, this looks like a really good. This looks like this looks like it could be like what Finding Neverland and Saving Mr. Banks would be like, and I love those two films, by the way. Saving Mr. Banks was one of my favorite movies of 2013, and Finding Neverland was just a great movie and one of the best of 2004. And by the way, the actor that plays him, Christopher Robin, the young one, is played by Will Tilston.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. It is supposed to be playing in select theaters on October 13th, so I might probably review that film. I might probably see it like either October 20th or October 27th, but nevertheless, I am really looking forward to seeing it.
So Goodbye, Christopher Robin, if you guys are looking forward to it, does come out on October 13th. Very much looking forward to this one. The next one we're going to talk about, I don't really have a ton to say about this one, but I definitely am interested in it, and that is a movie called Una.
You changed your name.
What do you want?
To see you.
How did you find me?
How long have you been married?
4 years.
You haven't told her, have you? That poor woman, no idea who she's married to.
You were my neighbor's daughter, not a target.
Are you sure?
Like I said, this is not really a movie that I have like a ton of stuff to say about, really, other than the fact that I do think it looks like a very promising film. Really, what this is you know, it's Rooney Mara, and she's got a very thick, I think, like British accent in the movie, and there's like this man who is from her past that's confronting her, basically, that she's, you know, gearing up to confront, and it looks good from the trailer. I don't really have like a ton to say about this one, really. Rooney Mara always impresses me. I've never really seen her give a bad performance in a film before. I haven't seen Pan. I heard she's not good in that, but other than that, I heard. And Nightmare on Elm Street, she's not really that great in that film either, but for the most part, you know, what I've seen of her, I think she definitely gives really great performances, and I think this is just going to add to that catalog. I'm very interested in seeing how this does turn out. Again, not a ton to say, but Una, I guess I am definitely looking forward to it, but Adam?
Yeah, same with Kevin. I really don't have much to say about this one, honestly. The trailer, didn't really do that much for me, honestly. I just like watched it and I just kind of forgot about it. But I mean, it has Rooney Mara in there. I mean, I hope she doesn't eat a pie for 5 minutes this time. Yeah. So I like Rooney Mara. She was amazing in A Ghost Story, which I did actually love. A Ghost Story, and so yeah. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm hoping it surprises me. So yeah.
I first heard about this movie when it was first shown at the Telluride Film Festival last year, and first time I look at, holy shit, Rooney Mara's in it, and then I saw the.
You back?
Yeah. Damn it, this internet is being a real pain in the ass right now. I just hate it.
All right, just go back to what you said.
Okay, so like I said, like films like Call of Chucky and Better Watch Out, I'm not going to be able to see the film because, as I said, I have too many films on my plate. So, but I will see it when I get some free time. So yeah, that's all I need to say. Moving on.
All right, so Una, guys, like we said, not really a ton to say about this one, but it does come out October 13th. Very interested in it for sure. And then the next movie, we also don't really have a ton to say about, but Nick is going to introduce it.
I first heard about this movie back when it was first announced, and back when I heard about the cast. I saw it 2 times at my showings. I saw the trailer 2 times at my showings of Logan Lucky and Battle of the Sexes, and I think this looks like it could be a really good film. It's called Breathe.
I'm not feeling too good. I can't move. What's going on?
Robin, get another respirator.
People paralyzed by polio don't last long. Can't move anything from the neck down. Can't even breathe for yourself. How do you live like this? You get used to it.
I love you, and I want Jonathan to know you.
You can't love this.
Yes, I can.
Breathe tells the true story of Robin Cavendish, who after being given 3 months to live, after being given only 3 months to live, after being paralyzed from the neck. After being paralyzed from the neck down by polio at age 28, becomes a pioneering advocate for the disabled. He and his devoted wife Diana, played by Claire Foy, travel the world with the hopes of transforming the lives of others like him. So when I saw the trailer for this looks like it will be like the next, like The Theory of Everything, which The Theory of Everything was one of my favorite movies of 2014, and Eddie Redmayne rightfully deserved that Oscar. He deserved that Oscar so much. Interested in this one, and another reason I'm also interested in seeing this is because this is the directorial debut of Andy Serkis, who was in one of my favorite movies of this year, War for the Planet of the Apes. So far behind Baby Driver, The Big Sick, and Dunkirk. I'm really excited to see how he does going behind the camera with this one. So yeah, very excited for this one. and I'm going to see it. So, yeah, that's all I need to say.
Right, so Breathe, like I said, not really a ton to say about this one either. Just Andrew Garfield, he really does look fantastic here. I think what Nick said, comparing it to Theory of Everything, yes, they are very similar movies in that regard, and I guess, looking forward to it. I just don't really have a ton to say about this one. It looks really well acted. It looks like a good movie, but I just don't really have a ton to say. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah.
I honestly think this movie looks great. Now, I actually still haven't seen The Theory of Everything. But based on the trailers I've seen, yeah, it does seem pretty similar. And, but yeah, Andrew Garfield in this movie, he looks amazing. This looks like he could go up there with, like, Hacksaw Ridge is my favorite performance he's done, honestly. Like, he looks great in this movie. And yeah, this just looks really interesting. Like, the story of it and everything, like, I'm really looking forward to this.
All right, so Breathe, if you guys are looking forward to it, does come out on October 13th. Definitely very much looking forward to this one. Now we're going to turn back over to Adam, who, again, doesn't have a shitty movie to talk about. This is one that I'm definitely looking forward to.
That film is Marshall.
You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
This here is Mr. Thurgood Marshall. Man is an attorney. You will treat him with the respect that he deserves.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we? We've got weapons we didn't have before. We've got the law.
Baby, you go into these towns who've never seen a Negro lawyer.
Hey, boy!
You need to be careful.
NAACP.
Thurgood, you're going to Connecticut.
Joseph Spell, Negro servant attacked socialite in our own bedroom.
This case will show the world if a colored man can get a fair trial in the United States.
There's only 13 million Negroes depending on you.
Don't any of you have any confidence in me? I'd say you have enough confidence for us all. I only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's my mission.
I never touched that woman.
I need a partner who the jury can relate to. Sam Friedman. Good to meet you, Sam. Hey, give me a hand with these, would you? What have you got in here, cement? Guns. Books, Mr. Friedman.
You just sweep through town, stirring up all kinds of ugliness. My life is on the line here.
Hey, Attorney Friedman, hold on a minute.
What do you want?
You're one of us now, Sam. A real fighter.
Step away, you can't take the heat on the battleground.
Neither of them have been telling us the truth.
He attacked me.
I'd advise him to accept the deal.
You lied in a sworn statement. Why would you do that?
Why'd I lie? Because the truth gets me killed.
You can't deny me now. Tunnel vision.
If you want freedom,
Have me down on a mission.
you're gonna have to fight for it.
Stop me now.
The only way to get through a bigot's door was to break it down.
You can't stop me now.
So yeah, Marshall, I'm gonna be honest, I'm personally not that excited for this movie. I know a lot of people are. I'm personally not that excited for it. The cast is great and stuff, and the cinematography looks good, but I don't know. The trailer just didn't really. I just watched the trailer. It didn't really do that much for me, so I don't really have much to say. The trailer just didn't really do much for me. There's a lot of films on this list I just don't have a whole ton to say about. So yeah.
All right, so Marshall, I've been looking forward to this for a long time now. Thurgood Marshall is an individual that just really fascinates me, and just 60s in general is such a great time period. There were so many just famous individuals there, and Thurgood Marshall is just one of them. This movie really does look fantastic. you know, it's starting off from before he was like the Thurgood Marshall that we know, and I think that definitely is very interesting. Chadwick Boseman looks fantastic in this role. He looks like he really has the look and the voice down perfectly. Josh Gad's in here as well. Just a really great cast all around. I think definitely this has some Oscar potential for sure. I think definitely you can tell they're going for it, but it doesn't look Oscar baity. It just looks like a film that has a lot of Oscar potential. Dan Stevens is also in here, having an amazing year, may I add. Just really amazing year for Dan Stevens all around. Sterling K. Brown, just really great cast here, and I really am hoping this is a fantastic movie. I'm looking forward to for a very long time now, as I said. And yeah, so Marshall, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. I saw the trailer for Marshall, and it looks like, at first I didn't know what to expect after I saw the trailer for this, and then I watched it again, and I'm like, this looks something that I studied in my elementary years of history, and this was back when I studied segregation, the civil rights movement, and this looks like a really good film. Especially since you got Chadwick Boseman, and then you got Chadwick Boseman, Josh Gad, Kate Hudson, Dan Stevens, James Cromwell, all the other great cast. It has a really good cast right there, and the fact that it's the true story of Thurgood Marshall, and as the Thurgood Marshall we know, this looks like one of the best movies of the year. It looks like one of the top 3 films that it looks like that could be in my top 3 best of October list for sure. So, yeah, I'm just really excited to see it. So,
all right.
All I need to say.
So, Marshall, if you guys are looking forward to, does come out on October 13th. Now we're going to go to a film that I didn't really know much about, but I saw the trailer and I'm very interested in seeing how this does turn out. And that is a film called Professor Marsden and the Wonder Woman.
A person is most happy when they are submissive to a loving authority.
I want to study her.
She'll break your heart.
You don't be jealous?
I'm your wife, not your jailer.
I think you long for an unconventional life.
Maybe I just want her because you do. You think it's possible to love 2 people at the same time?
Why not? What is normal?
It can never happen.
The world won't let it.
The world can't stop us.
Is this what you really want?
Professor Marsden and Wonder Woman, like I said, I saw the trailer and I'm like, what the hell is this? I had no idea what it was. And I sat down and watched it, and this looks really interesting. It's kind of similar to Goodbye, Christopher Robin, in the sense where it's the creator of Wonder Woman and how he came up with all the drawings and things like that. And that stuff is definitely very fascinating. I don't believe we've had a movie really about comic book artists. I'm sure there's been like documentaries, but an actual theatrical, like scripted film, I don't believe we've had something like that. And I'm very interested in seeing how this one does turn out. Really great cast overall. I mean, Luke Evans, Bella Heathcote, Lily James, just a really fantastic cast, and I think this definitely has a lot of potential. Wonder Woman was incredible, and I don't know if this is going to reach the heights of that, but I do think that this has, you know, especially coming out of Wonder Woman and how amazing that was, I think definitely the film has a lot of potential. Very well at the box office, and hopefully it's also a really good movie. So I'm just really looking forward to Professor Marsden and the Wonder Woman. I think it looks like a really, really interesting movie, and I'm definitely interested in seeing how this does turn out. But Adam.
So yeah, this film now, again, I personally just not that interested. I'll check it out. I'll give it a chance, but I don't know. It's a movie. I know it's another, like, there's so many movies on here that are based off a true story. Holy crap.
Yeah, that time of year.
But yeah, it just, the cinematography, I'll say it right off the bat, the cinematography looks great and stuff, and the acting looks well done, the acting, but again, I don't know. I just watched the trailer and it just looks okay to me.
All right, Nick.
I'm really interested in this one only because this is involving the creation of like the Wonder Woman comic books, and I'm really interested in this one, and this will also be the second film distributed by Annapurna Pictures. The first one was which I really love that film. It's one of my favorites of the year, and like Kevin said, this is sort of like Goodbye Christopher Robin, where it's involving like the creator of the comic book, like drawn the character, and I think it looks really interesting. Like I love this. I love how it looks. The acting looks like it'll be really good, and I love the production values and costume design too for the film. It looks like that 440s feel. So, and like Kevin said, I love Wonder Woman. I'm holding the DVD of Wonder Woman. I just got this for my birthday. It's one of my favorite movies of this year. It was a movie that I had little expectations for, but then when I saw the final product of the film, surprising film I saw this summer, and one of my favorites of this year. I just love this film so much. So hearing that this is about the creation of the Wonder Woman comics, I'm really interested in this. So yeah, I'm really interested. So that's all I need to say.
All right, so Professor Marsden and the Wonder Woman, if you guys are looking forward to it, does come out on October 13th. Now we go to the movie that Nick almost introduced, and now you get to actually introduce it.
Yes, yes, and in an embarrassing way, like when I was mentioning this film, and all of a sudden we were mentioning a different film like Great. But yes, this film I'm really excited for. This will be my second film that's going on Netflix I'll be reviewing this year. My first one was Ocha. This one is the Meyerowitz stories.
Are you Harold Meyerowitz's son, Matthew?
Yes. This is Danny, also Harold Meyerowitz's son.
I didn't realize he had two sons.
And a daughter.
Dad, you'd be okay here?
It'll be nice to spend time with Dad. You know, I didn't get a lot of time with him growing up.
Son of a bitch! Well, once we had an easy ride and always felt the same. Dad, what the time was on my side now.
The Meyerowitz stories. It's directed by Noah Baumbach, who directed a very good hidden gem called While We're Young. And he also directed a really good film starring Greta Gerwig called Mistress America. And then he directed one of my... I like that movie too, and I really enjoyed it. And then I also love The Squid and the Whale. That's like my favorite film that he's done. I mean, when I hear the name Noah Baumbach, I'm just thinking, oh hell yes, this looks like it'll be a good movie. But that's not the only reason why I'm looking forward to this. The story looks interesting, and surprisingly, Adam Sandler is in this movie, and he's a hit or miss actor for me. There's some good films he's in there, most of them, but then there are most bad films that he's in. But this one looks like a really good performance for him. And not only that, but you got Ben Stiller, Emma Thompson, Dustin Hoffman, Rebecca Miller, Candice Bergen, Adam Driver, Judd Hirsch. I mean, holy shit, that's a great cast right there. And I'm hearing that when the film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival back in May, it was met with not only a standing ovation, but the critics loved Adam Sandler's performance. Really surprising because of how like his last films that he made that received some of the worst reviews like ever. But hearing that this is like from a different director, and hearing that like he's doing something different, been seeing it. I'm definitely going to be seeing it on Netflix when it comes out October 13th, and I'm definitely going to give out my thoughts on it and my review.
All right, guys. So the Meyerowitz stories. This is a film that I am definitely very interested in for sure. I've heard a lot of interesting things about it. full disclosure, I actually do like Adam Sandler. His films, yes, they can get very repetitive, but I think if you put him in the right movie, he can be a really good actor. Sandy Wexler, I know a lot of people weren't a fan of that, but I thought he really did demonstrate how good of an actor he really was. He played a completely different type of role. He had a very different type. It was kind of the same kind of humor, but he kind of backpedaled a little, and I think it really did work. And here, what I'm hearing about the Meyerowitz stories is that he doesn't have his typical, sort of slapstick, raunchy humor type shtick that he usually has in his other films. So he's kind of forced to act here. And I think because of that, I think that, again, he's really going to show why he is such a great actor. And like Nick said, there are so many amazing actors in here, from Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, just all around amazing, amazing actors. And Noah Baumbach, I haven't seen many of his movies. I fucking love Mistress America. That's by far one of my favorite movies of 2015. Very underrated film for sure. But coming off of that, I think this film has massive potential. I am really looking forward to it. I've heard people go as far as to say this is one of the best Netflix movies to date, or even the best Netflix movie to date. And I am definitely really excited for this one. So Meyerowitz Stories, I think this definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm definitely looking forward to this.
All right. Yeah, I'm hearing this movie is incredible. Like, I'm hearing early buzz. I know, like, Adam Sandler got like a 5-minute standing ovation or something like that. I heard his performance is like just incredible, and I saw both the trailers. I saw like the teaser, and I saw the regular trailer, and I am really looking forward to this. I think this looks like a really good film. The acting looks incredible. Like, Adam Sandler, he looks great in this movie. Like, this looks like it could go up there and be definitely one of his best performances. And Ben Stiller looks great. Dustin Hoffman looks great. Like, the acting all around looks great. The cinematography is gorgeous. The writing looks good. It looks like this could be a very just great movie, and it looks like it could be one of the best movies of October and possibly one of the best films of the year, honestly. It definitely looks great, and I'm definitely looking forward to this.
All right, guys. So the Meyerowitz Stories, I am definitely very interested in this film for sure. I think, like I said, this definitely has massive potential, and I really do hope this is a great film. Now we're going to transition from a film that looks really great to easily one of the worst films on this entire list. Adam, I hate to do this to you again, but of course, Adam is introducing this movie.
That is Geo Storm.
Thanks to a system of satellites, natural disasters have become a thing of the past. We can control our weather.
Mr. President, one of our thermospheric satellites malfunctioned over Afghanistan.
So your proposal is what?
We shut down all satellites.
I don't need to remind all of you how many people died from catastrophic climate conditions.
Make sure there's no further incidents.
Are you going back up to space?
I'm coming back. I promise.
Have a safe trip, sir.
Just don't touch anything.
Main engine start.
Okay. I've seen the trailer for this. Like, I go to the theaters, and it feels like almost every time I go to the movies, they play the trailer for this movie.
Oh, that's like Happy Death. It's terrible.
Like they constantly play the trailer for this movie, and at home when you watch the trailer, the effects look terrible. But when you watch the trailer on the big screen, it looks even shittier. Like, the effects look terrible on the big screen. This looks like a sci-fi original movie, and obviously the acting looks bad and it looks terrible. I'm probably gonna watch this movie and laugh at it. Just everything, the effects, everything looks terrible. It looks like a movie I'm probably just gonna laugh at, honestly. It looks bad.
All right, so Geo Storm for me, I will definitely agree with Adam. That's similar to Happy Deathday. I think this could be a really, like, so bad it's good kind of movie that I can just laugh at and have a good time with. The thing with the trailer is just, in the beginning of the film, it seemed like it was going for a more comedic approach. Like, they were just kind of just having fun with it. But then the trailer gets really serious, and at that point, I'm like, all right, this just looks really fucking shitty, and it really does. I mean, why are we still doing these disaster movies, honestly? Why are we still doing these? They get horrible reviews. Not a lot of people see them. I don't know why we're still doing these. They're so unnecessary. And are you fucking kidding me? Like, he can control the weather. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's so dumb. Just in general, I think this could be, like I said, a really stupid movie, but other than that, I just think this looks really dumb. I don't know why we still have these ridiculous sort of, Roland Emmerich type movies. I just think they are really not that profitable, especially since Independence Day. I feel like that was really, that movie was great. Not Resurgence. I'm talking about the first one. I haven't seen Resurgence, obviously. But Independence Day in general, I think is really great. But really, there hasn't been. The other ones really have been very disposable. They really haven't been that great, and I don't think Geo Storm is really going to be anything special. So yeah, not really looking forward to this at all.
Okay. Now here's where the gloves come on, because I'm going on this mini rant thing for a second, because other than the fact that I saw the trailer for this 2 times, one at Dunkirk and one at Bridgeby Bear, and Adam described it best that this looks like a sci-fi film. Well, another thing too, this is the directorial debut of producer Dean Devlin, who's worked with Roland Emmerich on some films like Independence Day, Godzilla, and 10,000 BC, and okay, if I had to be honest, I actually hate Independence Day. I do not get. I mean, if you like the film, good for you, but I just don't get what's so good about it. I mean, sure, the visual effects are really good, but characters, story-wise, just what? You see, this is what I hate about these disaster movies. Like, they take less time with the character development and just go for, oh, let's make things explode and keep the audience entertained and just not give a shit about the characters. Like, what the hell? No, don't. Why would you make a movie about that? Like, if you're gonna make a disaster movie, at least make the characters more well developed and likable. Why do you think I love Deepwater Horizon? It's not just because it's inspired by a true story, but that it was well written, we cared about the characters, and it was well directed, and we actually gave a shit. Here, though, they just didn't even get to give a shit. They just wanted money. I'm talking about Geo Storm, by the way. I'm just really sick of these disaster movies where they focus less time on character development and just go for mindless entertainment. Like, well, then if you're going for mindless entertainment and less character development, then what's the point? What's the point of seeing this? What's the point of making and seeing this film then? That doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm not looking forward to Geo Storm. It's my third least anticipated film of October behind Happy Deathday, and of course my least anticipated film of October, which we're going to discuss soon. So yeah, that's all I need to say. Yeah.
All right, so Geo Storm, you guys looking forward to it. Does come out on October 20th. Now we're going to go to a movie that I actually think could be pretty promising, and that is The Snowman.
A woman vanished last night. We just found the body.
Prince?
And the head is missing.
So, The Snowman in general, I am really looking forward to this movie. I saw the trailer for this, and immediately I was very captivated by what I was seeing on screen. You guys know me. I love these sort of like crime drama type movies where we have to play detective throughout it, and that's kind of what this looks like, you know, and it's a very different kind of killer. He is, in fact, a snowman, and he's sending, you know, different clues and things like that. I think is definitely very interesting. Michael Fassbender, you put him in anything, I'm down. I mean, I know he wasn't that great in Alien Covenant and things like that, but you put him in, you put him in any movie for the most part. I'm down. I think he has potential here. Rebecca Ferguson as well, fantastic actress. Just really great performances all around. Cinematography here as well looks fantastic. I'm very, very interested in seeing how this film does turn out. I don't really want to know a ton about it. The trailers haven't been the best. I will definitely say the trailers haven't been the best, but I think the movie is going to be a lot better than the trailer really does present itself. But the first trailer I really love. Second trailer, not so much. But I definitely think this has a lot of potential. I'm very excited for this movie. It kind of gives me a Seven vibe a little bit in the way that he sends them different clues and things like that. I am getting a bit of a Seven vibe, and I am very interested in seeing how this does turn out. So the Snowman, very excited.
Yeah, this looks great to me, honestly. Just freaking Snowman that's a serial killer and stuff. That alone, I love plots like that. Just really kind of out there kind of things. I usually like those, and this just looks very interesting. Like, just really, really interesting. The performances look amazing. I mean, they look all around great. And the cinematography, I just got to bring up that, like, it looks incredible. Like, this film looks, like, just the way this movie it just looks great. And it looks like a really well-shot movie. And it just looks so interesting. I'm just really excited for it. I really like premises that are out there and stuff. And like Kevin, I don't really want to know a whole ton about the movie. So I'm probably not going to release any more trailers. I'm most likely not going to watch them. And I'm really excited for this. This is definitely easily one of my most anticipated films of this entire month and the rest of the year, honestly. It looks great.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, I'm with Adam on this one. I think even though the second trailer was all right, which I saw 2 times, one at Wind River and then the other one at Mother. Even though the trailer was all right, I'm still really interested in this one, and I think it has a lot of potential to become one of the best crime thrillers of like the decade. And I think with the cast like Michael Fassbender, I can't remember what the other cast who were the others that are in this. Rebecca Hall, as well as I don't want to get in too much, but Rebecca Ferguson, Charlotte Gainsbourg, who was in one of my favorite movies of this year, Norman the Moderate Rise and Tragic Fall of a New York Fixer, and then we have J.K. Simmons, who's going to be in this film. I'm really excited to see him in that, and I think that's all I need to explain for the cast. And it's also got Val Kilmer in it, who I'm really excited to see him in. And then that's really it. So I'm really interested in this film. I think it has a lot of potential to become one of the best movies. Not only just one of the best movies of the whole month, but I think it also has a lot of potential to become one of the best movies of the year. So I'm really excited for it. So, like I said, the second trailer was all right, but again, I'm still looking forward to it, nevertheless. So that's all I need to say.
All right, guys. So The Snowman, if you're looking forward to, does come out on October 20th. I am definitely very excited to see how this movie really does turn out. Next movie we're going to talk about as well, I'm definitely very interested in. Nick is going to introduce.
Okay. This movie I saw the trailer for. I think 3 to 4 times. And I'm definitely interested in this one. It's inspired by a true story, I think. It's called Only the Brave.
I heard you guys had some slots available. You lost, or? We got one slot open. You know what we're training for? Hot shots get to engage the fire directly.
The SEAL Team 6 of firefighters.
If you give me a chance, I won't let you down. Sooner or later, the fire's gonna come knocking in our hometown. I've been training for over 4 years. We got all our hours, all our qualifications. But until we're certified hotshots, my crew won't even be able to set foot on the line.
I told you it wouldn't be easy.
You want to talk about it? Or you want to do your John Wayne thing?
It's not easy sharing your man with a fire.
Take this little stinker.
He's not a stinker.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
basically Only the Brave tells the story of it's a drama based on the Allied crew of firefighters who battled the Yarnell hailfire, a wildfire in Yarnell, Arizona in June 2013 that claimed the lives of 19 members of their team. And the cast here looks really good, especially like Josh Brolin, Miles Teller, Jeff Bridges, James Badgedale, Taylor Kitsch, and Jennifer Connelly. I mean, and Scott Hayes, Alex Russell, Ben Hardy, Andy McDowell. I'm just like, holy shit, that's a great cast, like great cast, like right there. And when I saw the trailer for it, it looks like everybody behind this movie looks like they're being respectful. Looks like they're trying to be like respectful to like the real people that like either died or like survived the wildfire. I think I remember hearing about this on the news back then. I was only like I was almost turning 16 by the time this happened. So, but yeah, I'm really interested in this one, and it looks like a really good movie. My only concern I have for the film though is the director. This is directed by Joseph Kosinski. He directed Tron Legacy, which I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't see Oblivion. I heard some mediocre things about it. I heard some people liked it. I heard some others didn't. I didn't see it. So, but yeah. So what to expect? Well, I'm just looking forward to it. So it looks like a really good disaster movie. One of the movies it looks like, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's all I need to say.
So Only the Brave, guys. I've been interested in this for a while now. Right off the bat, the cast here is absolutely phenomenal. This is one of two movies we're going to talk about that has Miles Teller in it that I think has a lot of potential. The second one we're talking about I think has more potential, but this one I definitely am looking forward to. I'm getting a real like Deepwater Horizon kind of vibe from this movie. It seems very similar to that, and Deepwater Horizon was an incredible film, and I think this definitely has the potential to be just as good as that story. Just like I said, a really incredible cast. Cinematography here looks really great. It's very sensitive subject matter for sure, because most of these characters I'm pretty sure die, because I know like this was like a fire that claimed the lives of like 19 members. So I think most of these characters that we're gonna connect to are gonna end up dying. But I definitely looking forward to this. I think, like I said, this definitely does have a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this does, in fact, turn out. So, Only the Brave, definitely looking forward to this one.
I mean, basically what they said, I mean, I'm interested. Like, there's not really a whole ton. I say, like the cast in here is amazing. I'm going to say that right off the bat, like Kevin said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cast in here is great. And it's cool that the Miles Teller's in 2 movies this month, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks great here, and like it definitely looks interesting. I'm interested in it. I'll definitely be checking it out, and so yeah.
All right, so Only the Brave, you guys looking forward to, does come out on October 20th. Now, guys, it's time. It's time. I've been absolutely dreading this. I've been dreading this moment. We've been trying to hold back as much as we could, but this video is already way too long, so we're just gonna jump into it right now. And of course, who better to introduce this than
why do I have to introduce this?
Most of the shitty movies on this list. Adam, go right ahead, because I don't even want to fucking talk about this thing.
Boo fucking 2, a fucking Medea, fucking Halloween.
Oh my god.
There's a party tonight. It's at Lake Derrick.
Where the people got killed. Are you crazy?
It's gonna be super creepy and scary. That's why it's gonna be lit.
I'm so excited.
Do you believe this? 14 murders? Why would they want to go to a party where people have been murdered? Even drinking that booze.
What is booze?
Bitch juice.
Fuck's sakes. Okay. Last year, Tyler Perry released his latest piece of shit, Boo! A Medea Halloween. That was one of the worst movies I've seen last year. And it's one of the worst movies I've honestly ever seen. Like, I was watching that thing. I watched it with Kevin, actually.
Oh, my God.
I was sitting there and just dead silent the entire time. Didn't get a single chuckle, not really a single smirk out of me. I was just sitting there, just annoyed. Gave me a headache. Just scenes went on forever. And it was just terrible. And this looks even worse. I didn't even know that's possible. The first movie was so bad, but this somehow looks even worse. The cinematography looks like garbage. It doesn't even look like a movie. It looks like a TV special. And the whole movie, it just feels like a play. Like the first movie, it just looks like it's supposed to be a play. It doesn't look like it's a movie that should come to theaters. The acting looks bad. It looks annoying. It looks so cheap. Jokes are terrible. This is easily my least anticipated film of all of October. Hell, this is my least anticipated film of the rest of the year. Like, this looks atrocious. Just, no. Fuck this. Kevin, go ahead.
Why? Why, Tyler Perry? Why? Oh my God, I'm so sick of these goddamn movies, and next year we have 2 of them. Oh my God. You guys know, ever since Medea's Tough Love, I've just really not been a fan of this character. I really don't get the appeal, honestly. I think she's just such a one-joke character, and at this point, they're just milking this franchise so much, and it doesn't even feel like Tyler Perry's doing it because he wants to. It just feels like he's doing it just because for the paycheck or whatever. I'm so sick of these movies. Boo! A Medea Halloween was not even really a comedy. There really was not many jokes to be had in that film. Like Adam said, it's like a stage play. And you can make the argument that maybe it could work as a stage play. But the thing is, what works as a stage play does not always translate well on film. And that's the perfect example of these films. They may be very successful as a stage play. Hell, they're probably really good as a stage play. But again, that is a stage play. What's different as a stage play is different on a movie. And again, there isn't really much to work with here. Adam and I reacted to the trailer. You guys already know our feelings on this, so I feel like I don't really have much else to say. I'm just going to be repeating myself at this point. It just looks really infantile. It looks really just been there, done that. I'm so fucking done with this character, and I pray to God, I honestly pray to God that the Medea funeral movie is Medea's funeral. Like, I just really want to see this character die. I have never wanted to have a character killed off in a movie more in my life. I am so done with this damn series. I'm just going to give it to Nick here because I know Nick has been anxiously waiting to just fucking destroy this movie to pieces. So just go ahead because I just don't want to talk about this thing anymore, honestly.
You already know how you already know how I look right now. Just that face right here. This is a real anger face. I'm with Kevin and Adam on this one. This is my least anticipated film of not only October, but for the rest of the year. I mean, I saw the first Boo! Medea Halloween, or as I like to call it, Boo! A Medea Diarrhea Lava Dump Halloween. And that is easily one of the worst movies I saw last year. It was my number 5 worst film of that year, behind Norman in the North, The Darkness, Matt Steele, of course, my number 1 worst film of last year, Dirty Grandpa. I hated that film too. It's just...
You're probably the only person that liked that movie.
Of course. Oh, God. Okay. I need to discuss this really quick. I know I'm getting off topic, and if I am, I do apologize. But to the Tyler Perry fan base, stop treating Tyler Perry like he's a god. He's not God. He's not Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a comedic legend. He's nothing but a racist prick. I mean, his movies that he directs, writes, and acts in are just nothing but racial stereotypes, racial stereotypes, bickering, uncomfortable, unpleasant bickering, horrible storytelling that doesn't even feel like a movie, horrible script, and you know what the worst part is? He doesn't even screen his film for critics because he says that, it's just too money to pay to pay critics. Oh God, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? And plus, when I did a podcast, when I did a video on the problem with Tyler Perry and his movies, I had to disable the comments because there were three Tyler Perry fanboys that were coming after me, disrespecting my opinion and saying that, Tyler Perry's not meant to play a real person. He's not. We don't find him offensive. Let me say this. If you're a Tyler Perry fanboy, let me say this. There are these things called opinions. Opinions. Either learn to respect people's opinions and accept the fact that they don't like Tyler Perry, or if you're just going to be a sensitive prick where you just can't handle the criticism of Tyler Perry, my advice is this: go fuck yourself and go fuck a prickly cactus. I am so sick of these Tyler Perry fanboys. I mean, next to the 50 Shades fan base, this is the worst fan base I had ever seen. I am dead serious. I mean, and let me tell you, when I saw the second trailer for Boo 2 and Medea Halloween, oh God. I was in pain. In absolute pain watching this goddamn trailer. I just couldn't stand it. Dude. You can already see my rage right now. This is real rage you're looking at, folks. Real rage. This is easily my least anticipated film of October, and it honestly looks like the worst comedy of the year. I'm dead serious. It looks like top 5 worst films of the year list worthy. I mean, just the fact that it looks the way it's told, and it doesn't. And as Kevin stated, it doesn't even feel like a movie. It does not feel like a movie at all. And, to say that it looks like a internet film or just a play would be an insult to other plays or just internet films. This honestly looks like a direct-to-DVD film. That they just felt like they put no effort into it and just did it for the money. And that's what Tyler Perry is. A greedy bastard who just wants to do stuff for the money and doesn't give a shit about criticism. I just hate Tyler Perry. I hate his Medea films. And Tyler Perry, you were excellent in Gone Girl. You were excellent in one of my favorite movies of 2014, Gone Girl. You need to stop playing like dress up characters and just be in good films like Gone Girl or hell, he was even good in that Star Trek film in 2009, directed by J.J. Abrams. I just had enough of Tyler Perry. It's just to say that he made Greg McLean and Michael Bay look like Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg would be an understatement. I'm dead serious. My least anticipated film of October, easily. I am so sick of Tyler Perry. I am so sick of these Medea movies. I do not understand how it has gotten this much fan base. And I swear to God, if another Medea fan, if another Tyler Perry fanboy comes at me, I'm gonna lose my shit. If another Tyler Perry fanboy comes at me and just disrespects my opinion, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's all I need to say. about Boo 2 and Medea Halloween. I'm just not looking forward to it. My least anticipated film of October. Fuck you, Tyler Perry. Fuck you.
All right, guys. So we got that out of the way.
Tyler Perry.
I really don't want to talk about
Fuck
this
you, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler Perry. I'm so fucking done with these series. Tyler Perry, I don't hate you as a person. I think that, you have potential. Just do movies like Gone Girl. Get the fuck away from this. Gone Girl is where you need to be. Gone Girl, stuff like that. That's what you need to be doing. But
Nick, want something interesting about Tyler Perry, Nick?
What? What's that?
Basically, last year when Kevin uploaded his review for Boo and Medea Halloween, Tyler Perry removed it from YouTube.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Serious?
Yeah, he did. And then it took me a week to actually get it back, but I did.
Yeah.
Because Nick, Tyler Perry doesn't like critics. He doesn't know how to take criticism.
And what's the most important rule of when you're becoming an actor or a filmmaker? Learn to take and respect the criticism. Tyler Perry, he's just a piece of shit.
Exactly.
He's just a piece of shit. You know what? I would rather stick to Adam Sandler films than him.
Yeah.
I mean, just. Oh! I just hate Tyler Perry so much, and you know what's even worse? He's going to be in the film that Tony wrote in the comments in the chat called The Star, which is my oh my god. Yeah, we'll talk about that when the November podcast comes out. But yeah, you get the idea. God.
All right, but Halloween, I really don't want to talk about this shit anymore. If you're a fan, I don't know if there are any. I mean, clearly there are, because there are people who go on my videos that have nothing to do with Medea and ask me why I don't like Medea. So, for that Medea fan out there, yes, I fucking hate Medea. There you go. I'm sorry. I fucking hate it. There's your answer. I don't like Medea because I don't know. It's not that I don't like Medea. I fucking hate Medea. There's your answer. Anyway, Boo 2 Medea Halloween, if you're looking forward to it, it comes out October 20th. I don't know if there's anyone looking forward to it, but if there is, there you go. Now we're getting into a movie that I honestly don't...
Really quick. You know what's even more insulting? This really quick. This is just really quick before we move on. You know what's even insulting? One of my good friends on Facebook, Daniel Russman, Danny Boy, he posted this thing where it makes fun of it, and I'm just like, you motherfucker. You motherfucking fuck. I'm a director.
Yeah. All right, anyway. Now we're going to go to a movie that I really don't give a shit about, but it's also coming out on October 20th, and that is a movie called Same Kind of Different as Me.
Debbie, I got a sales call at the office. You got to drop off contracts north of town.
No, you don't.
We don't share the same life. We don't share anything.
You can leave. You choose.
Oh, God.
All right, so this movie, if it wouldn't have been for my good friend, 22 Tiger Dude, I would not have known that this movie existed. This just looks like your typical religious type schlock that just is usually very heavy-handed, usually is shoved down your throats. It was supposed to come out in February, and now it's coming out in October, and that's never good. It hasn't been, has moved as much as Amityville The Awakening, but still, I don't usually really love these movies. There are some good ones out there for sure. Like, you can do it well, but it's just really rare that you can actually do a Christian film and actually not make it so it feels like, a propaganda type film where you must respect Christianity. Look, I am Christian, okay? I am a good Christian. I do respect that kind of stuff, but I do very much agree that if you're just hammering the same things over and over again, you're no longer making a movie. You're just making a statement over and over again. It's not an entertaining film. It's not something that warrants a film. The reason you make fun of the God's Not Dead films is because the fact those are actually movies. I mean, it's just utterly ridiculous, and Same Kind of Different as Me basically looks just like that. So I really don't have much to say. I just think it looks really dumb, and yeah, but Adam...
Yeah, it looks awful. It's another film in here that I'm just dreading. It just feel like like every month one of these movies like this come out. Like every time I've been on one of these movie previews, there's at least been one movie that is like this.
All Saints was the last.
I don't usually ever watch these movies. I usually just skip them every time. So it'll probably be the same for this. I have zero interest. I think it looks terrible. I just don't care.
All right.
Honestly, there's not much I could say about it except this was supposed to be released by Paramount Pictures back in February, but then they delayed it, and then here comes these shitheads, Pureflix, and all of a sudden they decided to distribute it, and just God, this zero interest in the film. I'm not even gonna bother seeing it. It's just it looks really awful. It just looks awful. It's one of my why I refuse to watch movies on my list. Just movies I just refuse to watch. I just don't even care about, and I shouldn't even give a shit about.
All right, so same kind, different as me. If you guys are looking forward to it, which I don't even think that people know this movie's coming out, but it is coming out October 20th if you guys are interested. Now we're going to get into a movie that I am very excited about. I didn't even really know what this movie was, but I watched the trailer, and this is definitely one of my most anticipated films of the month for sure, and Nick is going to introduce it.
Yeah, I know which film you're talking about, but I kind of forgot in my head.
Wonderstruck.
Oh yes, that film, of course.
Why run away? This. It's from my dad. It's where I found the bookmark. Why did my father have this book? The bookstore, it's gone. No one knows where I am.
Looking forward to seeing this. This movie takes place in both 1927 and 1977, and in an earlier time period, Rose, played by Millicent Simmons, runs away from her New Jersey home to find her idol, Lillian Mayhew, played by Academy Award winner Julianne Moore. In the later time frame, Ben, played by Alt Fagley, also runs away to New York after his mom's death in search of his missing father. Folks, when I saw the trailer for this, it looks like, when I first heard about this film and when I saw the trailer for it, it looks like one of the best movies of the year. It's just, I love Todd Haynes so much as a filmmaker. I loved Safe, which I think it's a very, very underappreciated hidden gems. It stars Julianne Moore. If you have not seen Safe, I highly recommend it. And then I saw Far From Heaven, and I love that film. And then I love Carol. Carol was one of my favorite movies of 2015. It was my number 6 that year. I just love that film so much. And hearing that he's coming back to doing this film starring Julianne Moore and Alt Fagley and Michelle Williams is also in this film too, and Millicent Simmons. And by the way, Michelle Williams was in one of my favorite movies of last year, Manchester by the Sea. I love that film so much. It was my number 3 film of that year. I love that film so much. So hearing that this is by the same studios that distributed the Manchester by the Sea, Amazon Studios and Roadside Attractions, this looks like one of the best movies of the year. I mean, the way it's shot and the way it looks and the way it's acted and the way it's told, this looks like a great movie for sure. I mean, in some segments, without spoilers, it reminds me so much of some other great films like Raging Bull and Schindler's List, for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Wonderstruck. It's easily one of my most anticipated films for the rest of the year. It's not one of my most anticipated films of October because I won't be seeing that film until like in early November, but you'll definitely see this on my most anticipated films of November for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. Todd Haynes, bring on this movie. And fun fact, when it was first shown at the Cannes Film Festival, it received a 3-minute standing ovation, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing nothing but really good things about it. So, yeah, once again, Todd Haynes, I'm sorry, bring it on.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, this movie looks amazing. We were actually talking about this before we started this movie preview. I didn't even know. I knew the movie was coming out, and I knew like who was in and things like that, and who the director was, but there wasn't a trailer available at the time. If we were to go back and do on 22 Tiger News channel the top 5 most anticipated films, this honestly probably would have been in there because this looks incredible. I mean, everything about this movie just looks so different and so compelling and just unlike anything I've seen. I mean, it's depicting these two very different children who are going through their own separate journeys. One takes place in the 20s, I believe, and the other in the 70s. And just the different like color palettes, the fact that one's in black and white, one's in color. There's a lot of detail that's being paid attention to here, and that's something that definitely does impress me. The cast here is fantastic. Both of the child actors look like they're going to give amazing performances. Everything about this movie I am so excited for. I think this could definitely be one of my favorite movies of the year for sure. This is definitely one of the most anticipated movies of the month. And yeah, Wonderstruck, I am so looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm with them too. This definitely looks like a great movie. The acting looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like all around, like everyone looks like they're going to do great in this movie. And one of the kids in it, I know one of the kids in it was in Pete's Dragon.
Yeah.
I could recognize him when I saw the trailer. And he looks great in there. Yeah. Michelle Williams, Julianne Moore. Like, the acting here looks great. And the cinematography looks great. And I like the black and white in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a really nice touch, honestly. And it just looks like it could be one of the best films of this month, honestly. It definitely looks like one of the better ones, and it looks just, I really like the premise, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is definitely one of my most anticipated films of October, and I think this has a lot of potential, and I'm hearing a lot of great things about it, so that's cool.
All right, guys. So if you are looking forward to it, does come out on October 20th. I am so looking forward to this movie. Now we're going to get to another film that I don't think many people know about, but it is definitely a movie that I am excited for. Well, I know Nick's not excited for it, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But I myself am very excited for it. But Adam's actually introducing it.
That film is Jungle.
What we're going to do, and he just walked away. Car! Stop! Follow the river!
You have a map, and people are coming to save you. All you have to do is keep going. Going and going.
Alright, I saw the trailer for this movie. I'm personally not very excited for this one. And the last thing I saw Daniel Radcliffe in was actually, you guys know I love this movie, Swiss Army Man. Mm-hmm. He was amazing in that movie. Here, though, I don't know. This movie just looks not that great to me. When I just watched the trailer the whole time, I was just like, I don't know. I'm not really that excited for this. Daniel Radcliffe just looks okay in it to me, and I don't know. It just looks meh. Not really a whole ton to say about this, honestly.
All right, so Jungle, I am very interested in this movie for sure. Coming off, Daniel Radcliffe coming off the heels of just a career best performance in Swiss Army Man, truly it was. And then going to this, I mean, it's a very different role for sure. I don't think it's at all as, as versatile as that role really was, but I still am very much looking forward to this film. It has a real Castaway vibe to it, and I love movies like that. It can either be really compelling like Castaway, or it can be really fucking boring. I hope it is actually really interesting. Daniel Radcliffe, like I said, he looks really good here. Just in general, I'm looking forward to this movie. I'm hoping this is really something good, and yeah. Lost him again. We're never going to finish this.
Here we go.
Oh, there you are. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I swear, this internet's being a real pain in the ass.
It really is.
And then the internet's just real pain in the ass. Anyway, what they were saying about Jungle, like same kind of different as me. I have no interest in seeing the film whatsoever because even though I love Daniel Radcliffe, he was terrific in Swiss Army Man, one of my favorite movies of last year. But the fact that it's being directed by Greg McLean, who directed films like Wolf Creek, one of the worst horror films I've seen in my life, The Darkness. Oh God, one of the worst movies I saw last year. I hated that film so much, and that offended me. And if you guys don't know, I have Asperger's syndrome / I also have autism, and as how the film in that film portrayed autistic people in that film is some of the most offensive and degrading things I've ever seen in a film. That's why I hated The Darkness so much. And I saw the Belko Experiment, and it is one of the worst movies of the year easily. I just couldn't stand this movie. With Jungle, it was a movie I originally had interest in, but because it's directed by Greg McLean, I'm not even going to bother seeing it. So that's all I need to say. There's not much I could say about it. Moving on.
All right, guys. So Jungle, if you are looking forward to it, does come out on October 20th. Now we get to what is probably one of the dumbest movies on this entire list, but I think could also be a really fun movie. And that movie is none other than Leatherface.
You ready for your present? Now go on now, pick it up.
All right, so
oh God.
Right off the bat, I have not seen a lot of the Texas Chainsaw movies. The first one I actually saw was the one from a couple of years ago, and I enjoyed it for some reason. I don't know why I enjoyed it, but I did. I probably would hate it now, but I enjoyed it back then. And then the original is a fantastic movie. I really did love the original. It starts off a bit rough, I will say. I think the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie are very slow, but other than that, I really do pretty much love the original. This one, however, I don't get it. I really don't, because here's the thing. They're calling this the origin story for Leatherface, but we already got that years ago for the remake. And I understand, this is the remake, so this is the origin story for the original movie. That makes no goddamn sense. It really doesn't. It just seems like this is just a desperate ploy to keep the Leatherface character around and be like, oh yeah, he's still around. We're still making movies. I mean, people have said this with Cult of Chucky, and I would say this for Leatherface, that this is just a marketing ploy to make sure they keep the character alive, to make sure they can still do things with the character, and it just looks really dumb. Adam and I did a trailer reaction for this, and we were pretty much just laughing our asses off the entire time. It looks really dumb, really stupid. It doesn't look necessarily like anything I'm going to absolutely despise. It just looks like something that's really dumb and ridiculous, and I don't really know what to say about this. I've heard literally just awful things about this movie. I haven't heard a single positive thing from anyone about this. This movie has just gotten completely destroyed by critics, and I'm interested in seeing how this turns out, but I'm really not expecting anything good at all. But yeah, that's all I really have to say.
Yeah, I did the trailer reaction with Kevin, as Kevin just said, and this looks terrible to me. I haven't seen any of the other ones in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't seen a single one of the previous ones. Not even the originals, I know. But yeah, this just looks really cheap and just bad, and just the acting looks bad, and it's just, I don't know. It just looks really dumb. That's really the best way to describe this. It just looks really dumb. I don't really know why they're still doing these films. I don't know. It just looks really stupid. I just.
I had something in my mouth, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, I also saw the trailer for that, and God, what a terrible trailer! I just like Same Kind of Different as Me and Jungle. I just have no interest in seeing the film whatsoever. I saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie from 1974 is like one of my all-time favorite horror films. Yes, the first 10 minutes is a bit slow, but then once we get to the 11-minute mark, then that's when the movie picks up. But I just love the film nevertheless, and I think it's one of my all-time favorite horror films. Second was it was pretty bad. Then the third movie, which came out in 1990, I saw that one. It was shitty. It was a very shitty sequel. And then the remake came out, and it was shit. It was shit as well. The prequel. And then Texas Chainsaw 3D. Good God, I hated that film so much. God, I didn't see it when it first came out in theaters back in like January 2013, but I saw it online, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is so horrible. And yeah, the fact that it's being distributed by the same studio that brought you Texas Chainsaw 3D, it's just that's why I'm not looking for. That's why I have no interest in seeing it. And plus, it's produced by Millennium Films, who I just do not like as a company at all. They have produced some really good films like Olympus Has Fallen and Bernie, the Richard Linklater film that I really like. But other than that, I just don't like Millennium Films at all. Other than that, yeah. Once again, I have no interest in this film. That's all I need to say.
All right. So if you guys are looking forward to Leatherface, a lot of people have seen it already. I know you can get it on like DirecTV and VOD and things like that. But I think it's gonna go like wide on all like cable networks and shit on October 20th. If you guys are looking forward to it. Also on VOD, but is coming out like wide on October 20th, is a movie that I am definitely very excited for, that Nick is going to introduce.
Okay. What is that film again? I'm trying to remember.
Killing Gunther.
Yep. Oh. One more time.
Killing Gunther.
Killing Gunther. Oh, okay.
Gunther may be the most feared hitman working in the industry today. If you want to be king, you have to kill the king.
Everyone knows who he is.
Gunther.
Gunther's. Where is Gunther?
I'm right here.
Killing Gunther. I have heard about this film. I saw the trailer for it, and I just have no interest. I don't have any interest in seeing this one. But it does star Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I do like as an actor. Basically, the story involves like professional assassins join forces to try and kill the world's best hitman. Honestly, there's not much I can say about this one. It's same thing with Same Kind of Different as Me, Jungle, and Leatherface. I just don't have any interest in the film, so that's all I need to say.
All right, so for me, Killing Gunther, I was definitely looking forward to this. Again, this is another one, the 22 Tiger dude, love you, man. I would not have known that this movie was actually coming out, and I did trailer reaction for this, and this just looks really fun, honestly. It looks like the director, I can't think of his name right now, but he really looks like he's just not really taking this seriously at all. He's just really just kind of just going this ridiculous tone with this movie. And it looks like a lot of fun for sure. You put Arnold Schwarzenegger in anything, it's bound to be at least somewhat entertaining. And I think this looks like a hell of a lot of fun. And I really do hope that this is a very fun film. That's really all I want to be. I just really want a fun film here, and that's really it.
Yeah, this, like Kevin said, this just looks like complete stupid fun. It looks like it's they're trying to do here, and it looks like it's gonna work as just a stupid fun movie. Like the trailer had me laughing. It looks like just a fun movie to like just watch and just laugh at, and for its like stupidity and shit. And like Arnold Schwarzenegger saying lines that he said in like some of his older films was pretty cool. Saying some of his saying some of his most famous things he said, like "I'll be back" and stuff like that. So yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to this, and so yeah, I'm excited to check it out and just hopefully laugh at it.
All right, guys. So Killing Gunther, it does come out on October 20th. If you guys are interested in it, you can actually get it right now on Amazon for like $10. I just saw that. If you guys want to do that, you can. But definitely looking forward to that one. Now we're going to go to October 27th, which we're nearing the end here, guys. If you guys are bored, don't worry. We only got like 4 movies left to talk about. We're nearing the end here. And this is a movie that I definitely am very interested in that does not look like shit, and Adam is going to introduce
Suburbicon.
This is the last time that clown's gonna ignore us. Take care of a kid.
All right, yeah, I saw a trailer for this one before we did this, and I think it looks okay, honestly. Matt Damon looks really good in it and stuff, and the cinematography looks great. But like a lot of movies on here, the trailer as a whole just didn't really do a whole ton for me. I kind of just watched it and just mainly forgot about it. I'm hearing from like early reviews that it's just okay. Like I know like it currently has like a 41% or something like that. So I don't know. So yeah, I just think it looks okay, and hopefully it surprises me. So yeah.
All right, so Suburbicon for me, I've seen this trailer so many times. Literally, just like Adam said, whenever he sees the trailer for Geo Storm, I see this trailer for like every movie I see. Every movie I see, they play the trailer for Suburbicon. I'm surprised I'm not tired by it at this point because it's a really fun trailer. I like what we have here. You know, it's written by the Coen brothers, directed by George Clooney. And I think this definitely does have a lot of potential here. It kind of reminds me of Pleasantville a little bit, where you got this town that looks pretty perfect and everyone's just so nice to each other and so innocent, but then one event kind of happens and it just kind of darkens everything. And then next second you have fucking Julianne Moore asking someone for coffee, but then like slipping like cyanide into it. I mean, this movie just looks like a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that this is just really a silly film. Hopefully it has some heart to it as well, but I definitely am looking forward to this. I think this definitely has a lot of potential for sure. Like I said, I'm surprised I'm not taking the trailer by now, but Suburbicon, definitely looking forward to this one. And yeah.
Well, I saw the trailer for this like 2 to 3 times. 2 to 3 times. I remember seeing one at Mother and then the other one at Wind River. I don't know which other film I saw. I saw the trailer for Mother, for Suburbicon, but to me, I think this looks like this has a lot of potential to be a really, really good film. I know the reviews aren't like that great. Like Adam said, it has a 41% so far, which yikes. But watching the trailer for Suburbicon, it does it does remind me a bit of Pleasantville, but there's another film that it actually reminded me of that that is one of my all-time favorite films. It reminds me so much of the film Blue Velvet.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I love that movie.
Me too. It's one of my all-time favorites. And it's like my favorite David Lynch film. It's like my favorite David Lynch film. Mulholland Drive comes a close second. I also love that film too.
Mulholland Drive's mine.
Totally understandable. I understand why it would be everybody's favorite because it is a masterfully directed film.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, watching Suburbicon gave me that Blue Velvet and Pleasantville vibe. But the reason I'm also looking forward to this is because not only is George Clooney directing the film, but one of the 4 writers is the Coen brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Actually 2 of the writers. And I love the Coen brothers, and I think they have a lot of, they're really talented. I mean, if you haven't seen films like Miller's Crossing, or films like The Big Lebowski, Fargo, No Country for Old Men. I don't know what you're doing. Go watch these films right away. They prove to be one of the best filmmakers and writers working today. It's just so when I heard that they're actually two of the writers of the script, I'm just like sold. Yeah, I'm really excited for the film. I'm really looking forward to seeing Suburbicon. I might go in with a bit low expectations though because of the reviews, but as I said, I'm hoping it's like a good film at least. So even if it is not great, I'm just at least hoping for a good film. That's all I have to say.
All right, guys. So Suburbicon, if you guys do want to see it, does come out October 27th. It was originally supposed to come out, I believe, in November, but they moved it to October. I definitely am, like I said, really looking forward to this one. And then the next movie we have here, like I said, there are 2 Miles Teller films that are coming out this month, and this to me looks like the best of the bunch, and that is Thank You for Your Service.
We wanted it to be perfect.
I'm home with my favorite girls. It's perfect, baby.
Am I getting late or what?
Oh, yeah, you're getting late.
All right, so Thank You for Your Service. This is a movie that I am definitely very much looking forward to. You guys know me, I'm not the hugest fan of war films and things like that, but this one looks less like a war film and more about kind of like what a soldier goes through, like when they're out of the war, how people respond to them. I mean, my dad has told, my dad has told me he's actually, in the military and things like that. My dad has said that, things like, the soldiers don't like to hear, thank you for your service. They don't like to hear that kind of stuff because, when you're in a war and things like that, it really fucks you up. And those things that you go through, you just look at life in a whole different way. And to see people kind of thanking you for that kind of stuff, yeah, I mean, it's not the most, welcomed compliment. Even though it sounds good on paper, it's not really something that people really do like. And it does seem like that's something this movie is really going to explore is, depicting the life of this soldier when he's in war and then when he's out of the war. And it kind of reminds me of The Deer Hunter a little bit. If you guys have seen The Deer Hunter, that movie is, starts with them before war, then it starts with them in the war, and it ends with them out of the war and kind of like the effects that it has on them when they get out of it. Miles Teller looks fantastic here. He looks like he's giving a phenomenal performance. Just a really great cast here overall. I think definitely there is some Oscar potential for this film for sure. One of these films, I think definitely either Only the Brave or Thank You for Your Service, one of them definitely does have Oscar potential, and I am definitely very much looking forward to this movie. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in here. Also, Amy Schumer's in this movie, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what she does here because it's more of a serious role for her. It's not going to be a comedy. I actually really like Trainwreck. I thought that was actually a really good movie from her, and I enjoyed her show as well, Inside Amy Schumer. I just don't love, all the sex jokes that I think can get really repetitive after a while. But Trainwreck, I really did enjoy. I think she is a very talented actress. I just think she kind of does the same jokes over and over again. But I'm interested in seeing how she is in this movie for sure. So yeah, Thank You for Your Service. I definitely am very interested in this one for sure.
Yeah, this actually to me looks like a very great movie. I'm really looking forward to this, and Miles Teller here looks like Miles Teller is just one of those actors. He's just continuing to impress me. I just think he just does so many great movies, and I really am excited to see how he does here. He looks great, I say, based on the trailer, and the cinematography looks amazing here. And yeah, like Kevin said, Amy Schumer's going to be in this. I'm not a fan of Amy Schumer, honestly. It's just not funny to me. But this is not a comedy, so I'm interested to see how she'll do in a drama war type film. That actually has me interested. And so yeah, and it's just a great movie. I'm really looking forward to this. This is definitely another one of those films that I'm excited for in October and the rest of the year, honestly. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. Am I the only one who's like not looking forward to this?
I guess so.
Okay, let me explain. All right. So, I will admit, Miles Teller does look like he'll be the best thing about it, and the cinematography does look great. But the problem was the trailer looked really Oscar bait. It just looked really Oscar baity, just like one of those films where it was just made just to get an Oscar nomination. And plus, this is the directorial debut of this writer of American Sniper, which is one of my most overrated films of all time. I could not understand the praise behind this one. I mean, people were talking about it at my school. People were talking about it everywhere. And it was just like, will you shut up about this movie? Just shut up. I just could not stand this film so much. And I remember seeing it back in December, thinking that I was hoping it would be one of the best movies of the year. Be one of the most disappointing experiences I've ever had the misfortune of seeing in my life. It's just, and don't even get me started on the fake baby scene. It's just that scene took me completely out. I honestly almost walked out of that scene.
I guess it's a bad time to tell you that I actually love that movie.
That's fine, but I couldn't stand it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's. I just think the film is extremely
definitely.
I just think the film is extremely overrated, and I just couldn't stand the praise behind it. I mean, freaking Best Picture nomination over films like Foxcatcher, Nightcrawler, and Gone Girl. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it does not deserve the Best Picture nomination whatsoever. And I'm sorry, but I couldn't stand this movie whatsoever. And hearing that he's coming back to writing and directing, thank you for his service. I have very low expectations for this film, and the fact that Amy Schumer's in the film, she was really good in Trainwreck, though. It was one of my favorite movies of 2015. But then she's in one of the worst movies I've seen this year, which is Snatched. That freaking tapeworm scene! Don't even get me started on that. So the fact that she's in the film, it looks kind of good. But I have huge skepticism about this, so I am not looking forward to this movie at all. I'm just bait. It honestly looks like the biggest Oscar bait film of 2017 because of the fact that it was. I just feel like it's just one of those films that was just made just get an Oscar nomination. I know people have been saying, "Well, The Florida Project looks like it looks Oscar bait," or Last Flag Flying looks Oscar bait.
That's Oscar baity.
I'm honestly looking forward to those films, but if you think that those two are Oscar bait, I completely understand. But
the Last Flag
honestly, to me, I'm actually looking forward to that film. I could totally understand. But anyway, I'm just not looking forward to Thank You for Your Service. It just looks like the biggest Oscar bait film of 2017. It just looks really Oscar baity. Not looking forward to it. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
All right, guys. So, thank you for your service. If you are looking forward to it, unlike Nick here, it does come out on October 27th. Definitely interested in seeing how that one does turn out. And then the next movie we're talking about, this is not a movie I think a lot of people know about, but this is definitely one that I personally am very interested in. I saw the trailer for this when I saw Brigsby Bear, and ever since then I've been very interested in this movie, and Nick is going to introduce it.
Same here. I saw the trailer for this twice, one on my computer and then one at my showing of Brigsby Bear, and it is called Novitiate.
Good afternoon, all of you. Since, unfortunately, God can't be here to run this convent himself, my voice will serve as a stand-in for his. You'll be spending the next 6 months as postulants. After that, you'll enter the novitiate. Any questions? Put your hand down, sister. Postulants don't have questions. And you are free to go home.
This tells the story of, basically this movie is about, a young woman played by Margaret Qualley, thank you, who starts to question her faith as she trains to become a nun. Now, the story alone sounds like it'll be like, what is this even all about? But to me, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this, and the cast looks really good. One person I'm really surprised is also in this is Melissa Leo.
Yeah,
she She was in one of my favorite movies of 2010, which was The Fighter. I love that film, and she deserved that Oscar for sure. And the fact that she's in this movie, and I saw what she looks like in the film, she looks so amazing in that film. I can't wait to see it. Again, like Wonderstruck, I won't probably see it until November because it is getting a New York and LA release on October 27th. It should be going, but then should be going nationwide, I think, later on that month. So I am really interested in seeing it. So that's all I need to say.
All right, so Novitiate. We talked about before with Same Kind of Different as Me, how these Christian films don't really work. This is how you do it, okay? This is how you do a good Christian film. You don't shove it down their throats. You actually make a plot point of it. This actually looks like a very compelling film to me, especially the fact that her parents don't want her to become a nun and they're very against it. And then she kind of realizes, what really is at stake and what really all that means when she has to be a nun. I think all that definitely is very interesting. It's a very interesting cast here. Margaret Qualley, Diana Agron, surprisingly, from Glee. I haven't seen her since Glee, but she's in here. Morgan Saylor, and yeah, Melissa Leo. It's really cool to see her in here. Margaret Qualley, I've always really loved, not just because she's drop dead gorgeous, but also because everything I've seen her in, I think she's absolutely fantastic. Especially, The Leftovers, of course. That's definitely something I loved her in. Also, Nice Guys, she was great in that. And I think this is really going to be the film that puts her on the map for sure. I think a lot of people are going to talk about Margaret Qualley after this movie, and rightfully so, because she's a fantastic actress. And I even liked her in Death Note. Didn't love the character, but I liked her performance in Death Note. I thought she was definitely good in that. Wasn't like I said, not a fan of the character. I think the character was completely unnecessary. But I thought she definitely did a really good job in that film. Melissa Leo, I'm hearing amazing things about. I'm hearing people say that she's probably going to get Oscar nominated and all this kind of stuff. But just in general, I'm very interested in this movie. I think this definitely has a lot of potential for sure. And this kind of came out of nowhere for me. I just kind of saw the trailer during Brigsby, and I'm really looking forward to it since then. So yeah, Novitiate, definitely very interested in seeing how this turns out.
I also saw the trailer before Brigsy Bear. I guess we all did. Looks like I might be in a minority here. I'm not really looking forward to it that much, but I can see why someone would.
Totally understand. Like I said, totally understand.
The acting. The acting looks good and stuff, and the cinematography looks nice, but I don't know. Some other films on here, hate repeating this, but I kind of watched the trailer and then I just kind of forgot about it, honestly. Mm-hmm. I didn't even really know what it was until I checked it up and I'm like, oh yeah, now I remember. I saw the trailer before Brigsby Bear. So yeah, it just doesn't look that interesting to me. I'm not really as into these type of movies. So yeah, it doesn't look bad to me, just not that interesting, but who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me, and I'm hoping for the best with it. So yeah.
All right.
Can I just say something really quick? Can I just say something really quick? What's really great about Brigsby Bear and the trailer for Novitiate? When we first saw it, they're both released by Sony Pictures Classics, which I love so much.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, guys, so Novitiate, if you guys are looking forward to, does come out on October 27th. And now, guys, we have finally made it to the end. I know this was a very, very long video, but we finally made it to the end here. Adam's going to introduce this movie that he's actually not dreading. He's actually looking forward to this movie for once. So we end on a movie Adam's looking forward to, and we start a movie Adam's looking forward to, and we end on a movie that Adam's very much looking forward to. So go ahead, good sir.
It's a film I know a lot of people aren't really looking forward to. I can understand why. But that film is Jigsaw.
Any identification on the victim?
Puzzle piece. But Jigsaw has been dead for 10 years.
It's not him. Can't be.
This was on the body.
The truth will set you free.
Help!
Now, I've only ever seen, I'd say the first 20, 30 minutes of the original Saw movie. like a while ago. I still got to finish that one eventually, and I got to watch the other ones. But based on the trailer for this, something about it. It just looks fun to me, honestly. Just the music choice. I like the music they were playing in the trailer. I thought it like just fit the vibe very well. I just really like the music, and the cinematography I just think looks gorgeous. It looks like it's a really like well shot film too. And I don't know. I just have a lot of faith in this one. I feel like I do have more faith than most people do. Is it necessary? No, but I'm still think this one looks like they're just gonna have fun with it and they're not gonna take it too seriously, and it looks like just a good time to me. Like I am really looking forward to this, honestly.
All right, so I actually concur 100% with you. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the other Saw films. I've only seen the first one, which I think is a fantastic movie. I really did love the first one. But I am going to watch the other ones. Adam and I are actually planning on collabing on those as well because neither of us have seen the other Saw films, so we're going to do that. So definitely look forward to that. But yeah, I would agree. I think this just looks like a really fun movie. It looks like something they're not really taking too seriously. The whole idea of like who Jigsaw is, I think is kind of a fun idea overall. I think it looks fun. You know, it doesn't look like anything amazing, but I think it looks like a fun movie. Nick obviously disagrees, so just go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This is the second time that's happened. The first time was thank you for your service, but we already talked about that. So now with the Saw movies, I really like the first movie.
Yep.
Amazing, but I do think it's a really good film, and I could see why a lot of people would love it. The second was the 3 to 7 though were shit. They were just absolute shit. And when I heard they were doing a Jigsaw film, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. And then I saw the trailer, and then when I went to see Mother, the Darren Aronofsky film, they showed the trailer for that before Mother, and I was like, oh god, this film. But I will admit, the cinematography does look really good, and I do like the music choice they were going for. Like, if you guys know me, like when I'm not busy like watching movies, I'm just busy listening to music, and I'm a huge fan of Roy Orbison very much. I just love listening to Roy Orbison, and when I heard Running Scared in the trailer, I was like, that was actually pretty clever, because I love that song so much. But other than that, I get this is supposed to be like a movie you're not supposed to take seriously, and you're just supposed to have fun with it, but I just feel like the guys behind this just resurrected the Saw franchise and just did it as like a cash cow thing, just milk. But if you guys are interested in seeing, if you guys are excited for this, I can understand why. To me, I'm just in the minority of it, and I'm just not looking forward to it. That being said, though, it does look better than some of the other films on my least anticipated films of October list, like Geo Storm, Happy Deathday, and of course, Boo, True, and Dear Halloween, which we already talked about. But anyway, right, I know. But anyway, I might be in the minority. Like I said before, I'm in the minority of this, but if you guys are looking forward to it, that's totally fine. At least you're able to enjoy something when I'm not able to. So, and if for some reason, if you see the final product of the film and you liked it, that's totally fine. And if, who knows, maybe it might surprise me, maybe it won't. But yeah, I just have low expectations for this film. But as I said, we're just like expressing our honest thoughts about it. We're not just going after, like, we're not just judging other people just because like they're looking forward to something that I'm not. But it's just that's just me though. So that's just me. But I still respect people's opinions though, and their honest thoughts. So that's all I need to say about Jigsaw. Honestly, there's not much I can say about it. It's I'm just again in the minority. But if you're looking forward to it, that's fine. Need to say.
All right. If you guys are looking forward to Jigsaw, it does come out on October 27th. Again, haven't seen the other Saw films, but Adam and I are planning on binge watching all of them. I'll probably do, like, again, the evens on my channel, the odds on Adam's channel. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But with that, guys, that's it. We have now talked about all the movies that are coming out in October. I know that was a lot of movies to take in, but this is usually a crazy time. October and November are usually very packed months, and there was just no way I could really single out some of these movies. I really just felt like I had to talk, especially some of the ones that some people don't know about. I really wanted to, you know, get them out and let them be in the know. But either way, guys, that's basically it for this video. Once again, I do want to thank my guests here. First of all, Adam Haskell.
Thanks for having me on. I had a fun time.
And finally, first time here was great having you on, Nick, once again.
Thanks for being on. Thanks for having me on your podcast, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see some cool stuff I have on here. I usually do some movie reviews and podcasts, and as always, be sure to subscribe to Kevin's channel and Adam Haskell's channel. Give them the love they absolutely deserve, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time on another podcast I'll be on. So, thank you.
Yeah,
and
Nick,
a lot of fun.
You'll probably see Nick again in December when we do like the December movie preview clusterfuck, as I call it, when we all come together. But you guys will see what I'm talking about when we do that. Either way, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what movies you're looking forward to in October, what movies you're dreading, all that kind of stuff. Again, you know, thank you guys for watching. Again, I know this is very long. Whoever's still in the chats, thank you for commenting throughout this. You know, 22 Tiger Dude, Brian Mendoza, very much appreciate, guys. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in my next video, and I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.